Welcome in, everyone. I'm a little late because I was making tea. Welcome in, everyone. How are you doing? My name is, for people who have not been here before, my name is Vesper Fortune. Not a fortune, which are fate. And I welcome you to my shop in the Sacred Void, where I hope you can find any item that will change your fate. But I hope everyone's doing well. Um, well, I'm still doing some stuff. Just double checking. Yeah, okay. Let me just mute something. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm having a day. That's what I'm having. I've been having a day. But it's fine. It's one of those days where you want to take a nap, but you also should be productive, so... So you don't know, so you're just in choice paralysis, but you decide to force yourself anyway. Oh fuck, I muted myself in the middle of that. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, okay, I've muted myself right in the middle of that. Oh well. Yeah, it's a day. It's a scuffy day. Like I said, it's one of those days where after all the choice paralysis, you just gotta be like, well, I gotta pick myself up and do something. You just gotta pick yourself up and do shit. I actually have good news today. I found myself in the middle of something. I'll consider it a startup. I think it's a startup. I think it just started this year. A new business venture. And it's dependent on my writing, so I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm kind of hoping it's going to allow me to be passive while still streaming, maybe? I still expect to do a good output with it, a good writing output with it, but I'm expected to be like a little I'm expecting this to go somewhere. Just a little. Maybe this will be a good decision. I'm thinking about, not dropping my Substack, but deleting everything off of it and using it for my more essays and opinion pieces. While I still keep, writing prompts on Tumblr. I'm not sure where to exactly put everything yet, not to mention with the whole internet falling to pieces, like the main, major branches of internet falling to pieces, I'm just not sure what to do. I talked about this before, but now I'm just like, yeah. but, but I'm just in a void where I'm like, huh. But like I said, today's been a whatever day for me. I mean, it was good up to a point, but then I was reminded, oh, student debt. And then I went downhill. Student debt is one of those things where it's because it's related to college, and college is related to my depression. It's just a down spiral topic for me. It's not a good topic for me. Okay, my live. I'm sorry, I'm still getting a little, Still getting everything a little together. Yep, thank you. Like the beginning few minutes of stream are still me getting ready. I have my tea, I have my stream set up. I'm ready to be nice and cozy. We may go for just like 3 hours tonight, maybe a little more. But I think it's mostly going to be 3 because I want to get on to Final Fantasy 14 later. And play that because I just started my Boza relics, my Boza, my B to the bi to the bo o za, my B to the bi to the o za, B to the O to the C to the ha 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 ha. I don't I I don't really enjoy Boza that much. Like, it's partially fun, and then you grind it, and then it stops being fun. Like, the moment you have to start, like, it's probably funner if you have people, and that's what I may do with my next relic, is bringing people. But it's not really fun by yourself. I may bring in friends next time. But, Eureka and Boza are those things where I don't think it's fun to be by yourself. They're definitely, oh, you need people to make this fun. You either need people or you need to be listening to a nice playlist of podcasts, because this is gonna be horrid. but I may do that. Not to mention, Sunday. If I'm streaming Sunday, I have plans. I have plans Sunday. If it happens, it may not happen. But Sunday, if I am here, you will be suffering with me through my Bozo relics. Because everyone loves relics. Not me. I'm very much one of the enjoyers of the new relic weapons of the Endwalker X-Pack, because here's the thing, they're gonna be glam anyway. There's no reason to do all that work when they're just gonna be glam. Like, I'm very much of the opinion of, I'm not sure if it's considered horizontal or diagonal progression, but I'm very much of the opinion if you do all that work and it's just gonna be null and void later, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do the work if it's not gonna stay. Like, I can imagine doing Savage for the mount and for the glam. Oh, while it's still on content, while it's still topical content. But I'm not doing relics if it's gonna be horrible and I don't get to, like, keep using it, because, like, again, it's going to be just... What the fuck? I don't mean it's going to be just what the fuck. I mean, OBS was being mean just now. Why are you doing the thing? Am I just not allowed to stream with a VPN anymore? Is that it? Is my VPN just relegated to me dealing with space pirates? Is that what happening? but I'm very much of the minority here of... I'm in very much the low minority, or well, of the content majority, the content quiet majority of I'm fine with Endwalker relics being just what it is. Okay, go back to Stream Manager, I guess. Frames are dropping, but not Now they're dropping bad. They're dropping bad. They're dropping bad. I'm breaking bad. I'm dropping bad. You've heard Breaking Bad, but now have you had a dropping bad? Being down bad. And then there's being down horrendous, like OBS. Hold up. I gotta do the thing. I gotta do the thing. Hold up. I gotta do the thing. You know, I should have fixed this earlier. Hold up. What is this? Why? Why are you doing this? Don't you have gaming? I know you have gaming stuff. Da da da. Go back. Why do you do this to me? I'm sorry, I just hate when OBS acts like this. And it's always my VPN. It's been my VPN the past few times I've streamed. And why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Okay. I'm just turning you off. You're not worth it right now. I'm sorry, you're not worth it. You're not loyal. You're not worth it. Okay, everyone, I'm going bye for just like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. If you're watching the VOD, I won't be leaving. Wait. Let's have a moment alone, VOD peeps. So, we're alone. I hope you're happy. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, hold up. My channel. What is happening? There we go. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully we got that fixed. Yup, it's my VPN as always. Hopefully I'll get that fixed. If y'all want a VPN suggestion, do not go with private internet access or whatever the hell it is I got. It's the worst thing ever. It's not worth the money. It's not. Next year I'm getting a different one. I'd stop now, but I don't see the point. But okay. But back on topic, which was Boja, but Boja was getting away from me talking about college and summer and stuff and new writing stuff. I'm very excited because now I'm going to be able to write scripts, and that's just going to be interesting. They're going to be a little spicy. And, I'm not going to be able to, like, post them on my Twitter. They're going to be a little out of wheelhouse, I'll be frank, and they might be something I may not want to associate with my name, but they're going to be so side view, so like not in my immediate vicinity, I don't really care that much. So, like, I'm still excited about it, and I'm excited to see where it really goes. Because this may be the thing, or it may not be, who knows? Like, you don't know until something starts. You don't know something until you really put forth an effort into it. Which is unfortunately, like, the main thing keeping me from maybe moving forward is, like, the motivation to change. Like, I'm afraid of taking the next step, which is really why I haven't started, posting clips to TikTok, even though I should. That and just the amount of work it takes for TikToks. I'm just hoping to, find some income somewhere to pay someone else to do it, because I don't want to do it myself. Like, I need something from somewhere to make me funny. I need someone somewhere else to be doing my work for me. I need to be paying someone else to be doing my TikToks, because I'm not gonna be funny enough. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not sure if I can trust myself. I'm not sure if I can trust myself. Okay, good tea, as always. Nice and hot. The reason why I was late, my tea. Okay, I have to go back to my regular stream manager, because if I don't, it's gonna be weird, I think. I can't see ads in regular chat. I prefer managing from regular chat, but I'm not, I can't do that when the ad thing won't pop up in chat if I do that. Oh wait, I just reset my OBS. Oh no. I'm not sure if ads are even gonna pop up in the thing now. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Let's see here. Can you show me ads? Can you show me ads? Of course you can. Lovely. Y'all get to see behind the curtain. Y'all get to see behind the curtain. Oh no, you didn't hear that, Discord. You didn't hear that, Discord. Who is poking me while I'm streaming? Who is poking me while I'm streaming? Who did the poke? Who was it? Which one of you, Satan? Oh, there's some tea going down in one of my chats. Hold up. There is tea going on. The tea is being spilled and I'm not there. The tea is being spilled and I'm not there. There is tea being spilled. I swear, I'm from a different age. I enjoy drama too much. The main reason why I will never be happy is because my soul enjoys drama a little too much. But okay, okay. Uh, I will catch up on the tea later. Is this, I think this is a good spot. Yeah, we played, the last... You better be sorry. Spilling the tea straight from the flipping... No, y'all just boiled the fields of China. Y'all just boiled the tea fields of China without me. I'm disappointed. It's okay. I I I was like I got a ping in my Discord. I got the Discord ping. I went looking through stuff and then I saw the tea and I'm like, oh no, the tea. I was like, I saw y'all were being like Mulan, the Mulan meme, the Mulan gif, and I'm like, Angeli, but I can't because I have a job right now. My job is very poor entertainment. Okay, speaking of tea, so welcome in, Dempa, welcome in, we'll share later. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to, I'm going to check in later after I do all my stream stuff, but before I play FF14. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. How y'all days, actually, beside... Well, I know how some of Den's day went. And oh my god, Cosita too? Am I popular? Welcome in, Cosita. Welcome in. How is everyone? So many spoons. Been a lot of spoons today, Lumi. Okay, why is my brain breaking? Why is the brain breaking? Yes, take some time to relax, have some tea. Oh no, don't launch Final Fantasy XIV. We're not here for that. Not right now. I must be strong. I must be strong. I must be strong to not play Final Fantasy XIV right now. We can do that on Sunday if I'm not busy. Okay, what if you launch it as a little bit of a treat? Why is Steam launching? I don't launch... Thank you. I got from, Freya. I got it from Freya. I really hope she, is she going by she or is she going by they? I feel like she came out as they recently. I feel like I've seen her with the male model, using a more gender ambiguous, thing recently. But yeah, it came from Freya Mari. And I love her stuff. I hope she decouples the chat box. But she posted that a while ago, and we still haven't seen it, so I'm not having my hopes up. But I'm glad y'all here. Feel free to chill. Cosita, feel free to chill. I'm not sure if you just came from a stream, but I know you're busy. I know everyone here streams. I know everyone here has a life, unlike me. My life is being bitchy and fashionable. I'm secretly Naomi Campbell, guys. I'm secretly Naomi Campbell. I spend my free time throwing cell phones at the poor. At the poor and the others who make me angies. Okay, last time we were here, we were, I think this is pre-French Revolution. I think we're pre-French Revolution. So we got embarrassed. We got embarrassed by this asshole whose literal name is Maximum Determination. And we took up a job as a gossip monger. Decided flat out revenge while trying to find where we decided on flat-out revenge against maximum determination, and we're also trying to find our kinda hot fiancé, while also maybe sort of flirting with a whole lot of people we should not be flirting with. Like, I'm already flirting with Alexander Thomas? No, I'm flirting with Alexander Dumas. I'm flirting with Alexander Dumas. I mean, can you blame me, though? But, fiance's lost. We're trying to find him. We're in Paris. We're being a gossip monger. The only person who has our back is Camille. I love Camille. She's ride or die. She will literally bury a body for us. Love her. So let's continue. Okay. Today we are deciding okay, we have a wine testing Madame Revlon, who probably wants us to join an MLM. What dresses do I got? Do I have anything for the bourgeoisie? I don't have shit for the bourgeoisie. I have to go shopping. I have to go shopping because I don't have anything. I don't have anything bougie. I don't have anything bougie for the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie are about to bourgeois see me out the fucking door. Okay, calendar. It says we're going to explore Paris, so what we're going to do is go spend all of our money. Which is what you should always do when you're in Paris. Go spend all your money on fancy dresses. Okay, what we got? Oh wait, am I in front of the dress? Am I in front of the dress? Oh, I'm in front of the dress. Hold up. There we go. I'm not allowed to cover. I'm not allowed to cover the swag. I'm not allowed to cover the Vivienne Westwood. I'm not allowed to cover the Chanel. Okay, do we got anything bourgeois? Oh no! I ain't got anything bougie for the bourgeoisie. Bitch, why do you not have anything for me? Girl, please. Okay, do I have anything that's already... No, I don't. Okay, well... Okay, wait, bourgeoisie. Okay, wait. I've already had a crown event. Oh, by the way, this, for anyone who wants to know, there is love interests in this game. Like I said, I'm already flirting with Alexander Dumas. But also there are female love interests, so you can go both ways. But you are playing a woman. You are playing a woman. What the hell am I going to wear? I've already decided on this. You know what? Oh, this is only 13. But yeah, I might be going to romance one of the ladies. I'm not 100% sure. But we're kind of heading in either Alexander Dumas or one of the females. I think the female, one of the girl love interests, the female female love interest. She's very petite and small. Okay, we'll buy this. We'll buy this because it's cheap. Listen, you gotta get that stuff when it's on sale. Okay, provincial dress. Wait, is this the same? Oh, I can buy double. Okay. Wait, is like one of the shoes different? Is literally... It's the same exact dress, but with different stat. This honestly reminds me of playing Long Live Queen. Ah, I think I've heard that, I haven't seen gameplay. I have not seen gameplay. Not bourgeoisie, yeah. I have no bourgeoisie dresses. I'm prepared for literally everything but the bourgeoisie. Okay. I'll take... I need... I only have an outfit for the military. I'll take this because it gives me crown plus 12, and I think I have another crown event coming up. You know what? No, I'll just leave the shop. You wake up to the sound of someone knocking on your door downstairs. Before you can even get up, you hear Camille cheerily call out, "I'll get it!" Oh god, I just sounded like a strangled French cat. The bourgeoisie have come for my throat, literally. When she answers the door, you hear her spend a minute talking with a man whose harsh voice you don't recognize. And the conversation finishes, Camille heads up to your room. Madame, we need to talk about the rent. And my wages. What would you like me to do? Do we have to? Who is that at the door? Oh, let's ignore the problem until we can't stop running away from it. That was our landlord, Monsieur Raquette. I think his actual name is Monsieur Racket. He's asking after this week's rent, which is odd because I know that Monsieur Armand already paid a healthy advance on a week's rent. That we should still be fine for the rest of the month. Monsieur used to say of our landlord, what was it? Camille asked herself, tapping her chin. Ah yes, he said our landlord would sell his own soul for a handful of livers. And he'd still be getting the better deal for it. Oh, we didn't need to pay him this week, but next week, we need to have 35 livers for our rent, and 5 livres for my wages, or we could be in trouble. You'll now need to pay both your rent and wages of your servant every week, or deal with damage to your credibility, and perhaps even peril. Is there anything else, madame? No, Camille, breakfast will be just fine. She deserves 5 livres a week. With that, Camille heads downstairs to make you breakfast, and you'll have to wonder how you'll take care of this. By gossip mongering. Hell. And not to mention, I'm tired as hell. I have not slept in centuries. Okay, I have the Triumph. You know what? It's fine. I have a day in between that. Oh, I'm about to be so fucking drunk at this party. You have no idea. We're going all like a table flipping at this bourgeoisie party. This bourgeoisie party is not gonna help me. Okay. Okay. I mean, my credibility is already in the dirt. My credibility could not be lower. My credibility is like down there where those Prince of Nigeria email scams are. That's where my credibility is at. That's where my credibility be at. But like, now that you mentioned it, Luminous, it feels like there's a lot of nobility games coming out. Like there's the not Long Live the King, but the one with Twitch integration. There's this game. It feels like really recently, like in the past few years, there's been a lot of like nobility games where you are dealing with social manners and dealing with the constructs of class and stuff, but being specifically in nobility and dealing with all this bullcrap and dealing with fashion and in the ruling of a kingdom. It feels like there's been a lot of those games that take place somewhere between like when being king and stuff was fashionable, and like, you know, courting, when all this stuff became like a part of royalty. It feels like there's been a lot of that going about, and not to mention Storyteller. I feel like Storyteller also takes place sometime in like the time of kings and queens. We're gonna wear this. Wait, which one of you's best for? Oh, I don't have a crown. Don't. Okay, you know what? We'll wear that to the military thing. No, we'll wear that to the military thing. We can wear... It's fine. This dress is fine. You pause to consider how well rested you feel. Fortunately, you can feel the exhaustion set as soon as you look past the door towards the enormous crowd of party guests. Tonight's going to be a long night. Being exhausted has given you a credibility penalty. Check a tiny mirror in the carriage to see you're wearing your robe and chemise to a party held by the bourgeoisie. The guests have no strong feelings on your outfit, and your credibility has not changed much. With preparations like this, the results of tonight could be a toss-up. You step out of your carriage and hear the ripple of whispers that signal your arrival to any social event these days. By the way, Maximum Determination tore us down, ripped us a new hole in front of everyone. He didn't even do it in private. He made us a laughing stock in front of everyone else in fucking Paris. This dude tore us a new one and made sure everyone in Paris knew of us. Oh, and hold up. Oh, I'm going to embrace the bat. I'm going to embrace the bat. Hold up. I've embraced the bat. I have embraced the bat. There's a small line in the vestibule as guests are waiting to get in. While you're standing in this line, you manage to overhear an interesting rumor. You'll make a mental note of it just in case. Yeah, he just tore us a new one. Meanwhile, I'm going to tell everyone about his min-max. His min-max power lock that he's trying to metagame with. I'm going to tell everyone about that. I have obtained a piece of cheap bourgeoisie gossip. A servant checks your invitation. Everything seems to be in order. Please take this gift of the line, along with my compliments of our host. Gasp. She gratefully takes the gift from you and sets it aside. You enter the party, you hear the whispers of other guests, noting your generosity. Yay, my credibility went up, and I lost a singular peril. That feels like real life. Now let the games begin. Okay, who are we going for? Okay, there is the wealthy widow, come across a commanding but sumptuously dressed woman, who's standing apart from the other guests. They seem to regard her with some respect, and there's a weariness in the way they look at her. She's one of the, love interests. In the vestibule, you hear some strange noises emanating from the coat closet. Now, whatever could that be? Okay, a chambermaid has been charged with returning your lost pouch of coins. Perhaps you can assist her in such an endeavor. Oh, this can give me a lot. Pair women seem to have quite a bit to say to each other, but aren't doing so. Whatever dangerous rumors they've gotten hold of, they can't bring it themselves to speak it in public. If one were to get one of them alone, however... Okay, so... I can get my credibility up. I can get... Oh, this knocks down my peril, though. I need that. I need a little less peril in my life. You only need to take a quick break. You step away from the crowds and take a moment to just breathe. Girl, I feel you. I go to virtual spaces and I need to breathe. While composing yourself, a chambermaid approaches you. She's holding a small, unmarked pouch of coins. Paulina's wallet, madam. I found this wallet while I was tidying up. I took it to my employer, but they don't recognize it. I've been told not to rest until the owner is found. Do you know who this might belong to? Otherwise... Mon Dieu! I'm so glad you found my wallet. No! I can only assume half of it is mine and the other half yours. I understand you like to split, but we should find the real owner. I'm going to be smart about this. Madame, where could you have gotten that idea? Oh, that face. That's a reaction face. She replies, eyes darting about. After a few seconds of bluster, she calms down. I suppose you're right. If we make a circle of the party together, you might be able to find the owner this time. The two of you check the party together, looking for the owner of the mysterious wallet. Eventually, you come upon a man who recognizes it immediately. Oh, thank you so much. I hadn't even realized I misplaced it. Some of the nearby guests murmur approvingly of your honesty. Oh, thank God. I have gained credibility and my peril is down. With a polite nod, you excuse yourself and leave to explore the rest of the party. Okay, this is going to be one where they don't change. Oh, no, I miss Madame Revlon. It's okay, it's fine. Oh no. I can get all the gossip. Okay, return to party. It looks like they changed. Okay. That doesn't lower my peril. That doesn't lower my peril. This lowers my peril and gives me gossip. Listen, we have to do double duty here. We have to pull double duty. Okay, yeah. He knows two women apart from everyone else in the room, acting in that guilty yet carefree way that suggests something is afoot. They've yet to notice you, that you're drawn to them like a banker towards an outstanding debt. my school debt, my college debt coming in looking at me like I'm looking at these women. I've heard the most outlandish things from my fellow business partners in the bourgeoisie. But I just know it'll come back to haunt me if I repeat it here. Ah, what a familiar feeling. My husband's told me of what he's seen in the army, and I'm of the same mind. I'm not sure if I could endure the backlash that would result. Given the reprisals you've endured since you started work with here, you certainly understand. That's not something that anyone would want to be on the receiving end of. The two women stare at each other in silence. She gives way to barely suppressed laughter. Then silence again. It's seldom neither of us discuss what we know with anyone, even each other. Even while she says it, you can easily see that it would be trivial to get either of them to talk. It's just a matter of weathering the consequences. As I said, anyone who leaks these particular rumors would face immediately scrutiny from whoever had their secrets exposed. They're starting to part from each other. This is your chance to follow one of them. We follow the milliner for information on the bourgeoisie! Because I hate this party. You follow the milliner as she leaves her companion behind. Together they were resolute, but divided shall surely fall. Ah, do I know you? She asks as you approach her, desperately trying to maintain a stony and determined expression. As you chat together, it doesn't take long for that facade to fall away. You share a few choice anecdotes of your own, and soon she's eager to tell you what's been burning within her. You gain a piece of cheap bourgeoisie gossip. As you guessed previously, it's clear that she has no real sense of discretion. It's likely that before the night is over, members of the bourgeoisie will know that you got this information from her. You lost a little favor with Honorad. The following conversation is empty but energetic. While there's nothing of substance, there is something to be said about the enthusiasm, making things interesting. Sometime later, sensing a lull in the discussion, you excuse yourself to pursue other inquiries. You're boring, let me leave. I mostly came out on top. Some representatives from the third estate have gotten free rooms to stay in from a prominent hotelier. However, they've been staying for a long time. Is this a sign of friendship, or are the representatives taking advantage of their host? Oh, that's kind of boring. No wonder it's cheap. It's boring. We're going to fucking sleep. Our next party is not until April 3rd. Oh, I have a church shit. I have church to go. A church thing to answer. Countess Catherine Conradin requests the attendance of Yvette Decaux to the Feast of St. Isaac on the 4th of April, 1789. This intimate party is sure to be the purest form of joyous amusement. Yeah, I am pretty sure this is like right before the French Revolution. Like, no, wait, 1789 isn't before the French Revolution, is it? I don't think it is. Where the hell? Okay, we're staying home. No, wait, do I have any gossip? Who do I have stuff for? So this is our hubby. This is the hubby. And this is Thomas Alexander Dumas, who I'm pretty sure is like a real historical figure. I feel like Armand de Marbo is also a historical figure, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if everyone here is actual historical figures or not. You met your estranged fiancé, Armand, when you were both living in a small village to the south. Currently representing the Second Estate as part of the Estates General, Armand is witty, politically active, and quite sweet. However, his recent behavior has been odd, to say the least. And Thomas Alexander Dumas, serving in the Queen's Royal Dragoons, Alex is beloved for his rakish wit and outgoing personality. Originally born in Saint-Domingue, Alex came to France when he was but a boy and trained with the finest tutors and swordsmen in the country. Like, right now, it's between these two, and it's mostly between these two because they were the only two I've met. Okay, let's... I think I had to, like, manually go home. Oh, this will remove all levels of exhaustion. Okay. Decided to take the day off, spend some time at home resting and recuperating. Just spending the day in, taking care of yourself, and doing some light reading, you finally feel recharged. The exhaustion that has been affecting you before has passed. We have rested, unlike unlike most VTubers. we are doing very nice self-care. We're okay. We are taking care of ourselves. Okay, I might be getting ads in a bit. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to have a 5-minute warning. I'm not getting that. Hold up. Because, Twitch is probably being mean to me. So, let me go see. Give me like 2 seconds here. Give me like 2 seconds. uh, where's my ads? Where's my ads? Excuse me. Where's my ads? Okay, here's where they're probably at. Okay, why is it 3.2? Okay. So I should be getting warned. Okay, maybe I need to do the stats bar. I don't want to. Okay, well. Ah, there. Ads started when I began looking for my ad stuff. That's fun. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is redonkulous. I am... maybe if I do... Yeah. No, that ain't helping. Oh, shit. I just noticed that my category has been wrong. Well, since ads are a thing. Okay, everyone stretch. Get yourself some water, get some tea, get your drinks, get your snacks. Snacks. Stretch, stretch. I don't know what happened. Oh, I see what happened. I muted myself again. Because I'm not a smart bat. Okay. Okay, ads are almost over. Grab all the shoulders. All the shoulder blades where the wings at. Okay. So about an hour from now, at 9:59, we'll have more ads. Welcome back, everyone, from the ad break. Welcome back. I hope everyone got what they needed, what they needed. Anything you wanted, anything you needed, anything you had to have. I hope you got it, because we're going back into the game. I'm glad I wasn't doing anything important when the ads came up. That always happens. So, let's go ahead and... I'm turning that off. Okay. That complete, you can turn your focus to other matters that demand your attention. So now we know that maybe min-maxing is the best thing to do. Okay, we have... Okay, first off, I have gossip to sell. I have gossip. Gossip is... Into Pierre's office to find it more disorderly than usual, with Pierre pacing frantically in the midst of all the chaos. He looks up at you and exclaims, "Ah, Madame, thank God you've arrived." I've been keenly checking the winds of public opinion. My finely owned journalistic senses tell me that our readership desperately cries out for stories concerning the crown. However, I'm at a loss for such information. If you can get me fresh gossip relevant to the faction in the next 10 days, I'll reward you with a little credibility, in addition to your regulars finder free. Gossip about the crown? In 10 days, I can do that. Ah, fantastique, madam. I knew you were the perfect woman for the job. He replies with an excited grin. I'll await your success with bated breath. Now then, to business, yes? Okay. Both of these are still relatively fresh. Can I sell? Sell. Now I go home. Okay, now we go try to find our fiancé. Wait, hold up. Do I have any crown pieces? Okay, okay. I would rather not go out in something I've already worn, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we go to the lead. Oh, hold up, that's not the abandoned studio. First with Pierre, you learn about an art studio that Armand used to visit. Unfortunately, that studio was shut down after being raided by the Guillet Royale. This investigation may require some discretion on your part. Tucking on the edges of your hood to make sure your face is hidden from view, you glance down at the hastily scribbled address Pierre gave you in his office. In addition to your regular traveling clothes, you have a small bag hanging off your shoulder and a portable lantern with a flint. Ooh, our girl is prepared. Girly Pop is prepared. She knows when to choose function over form. You wait for sunset before you head out. Feels like one of those feels like these sorts of things are better done under the cover of darkness. However, everything still feels too right. Every hanging lantern, every candlelit window, feels like an eye staring down at you. Winding your way through the narrow streets, you can't help but think about how out of the way this place would have been for Armand. Yet Pierre said that he was still a regular visitor. Despite yourself, you find your heart beating faster and faster as you get closer to the abandoned studio. Rounding a corner, you find yourself on an empty street. Looking across the road at the studio, the windows of the small two-story building have been boarded up, and there's a charred hole in the roof. A sign nailed to the door reads "Closed" on orders of the king. Glancing around, you don't see anyone at all, as if the king's notice somehow closed the entire street. Rather than standing around in the middle of a dark street, you hike up your skirts and hurry across the road to the studio. You immediately notice that the door has been nailed shut. See if there's a way through the hole in the roof. That is the more intelligent way. Leaning back and craning your neck to examine the roof, there's a hole big enough for you to enter the building through, but you don't have a ladder or any way to get up there. For a moment, you consider trying to enter the building next door so you can drop down onto the roof. It's better to do this as quickly as possible. Putting down your lantern, you start checking the boards on the windows, seeing if any of them are loose. On your third window, you find one set of boards easily gives way, like it's been pulled before. Someone else has been here. Gingerly, you take down each of the boards, leaving them in a neat pile by the window to be put back later. Secrets are easier to uncover when nobody knows you are looking at all. Exactly. She gets it. You carefully ease yourself through the window, making sure none of your clothes get caught on any exposed nails. Once inside, you close your eyes for a few moments so they'll adjust to the darkness faster. Inside, the studio is even darker than you would have guessed. Between the boards on the window and the lack of lighting in the surrounding street, it's nearly impossible to pick out any detail smaller than the walls and doors. You carefully use a flint stored in the base of your lantern to light it, and muffle most of the light with the hem of your cloak. Now that you have a little more light, you can see most of the furniture inside is broken, and enough things are missing to make you wonder how much the Guillet Royale sees during their raid. It is only a matter of time before someone spots you and comes to investigate. Your time is limited. Where do you plan on searching for clues? Let's go... You know, if there's a hole in the roof, it's likely it's upstairs. But the back room is also a good option. But the painting studio, oh man, all three of these are like options. Because you know, like, the thing to do is to cover up the back of a canvas with like a brown paper, like wrap it up, and hide stuff in the canvas itself. So the painting studio is good, the back room is good, the upstairs is good. Let's go to the back room, because it feels the most obvious. The entrance to the back room isn't obvious. If Pierre hadn't told you about it earlier, you might have mistaken it for a closet door. When you go to open the door, you notice that the latch has been torn off, probably a causality of the raid. Inside, the back room is cramped, mostly occupied by a circular table and some small chairs. Various notes are pinned to the wall. As you shine your lantern about, you notice a slight glimmer under the table. Search under the table, look at the notes on the wall. Let's look at the painting studio. The front of the building is the painting studio. The floor is spattered with pigments and still littered with the scraps of various art supplies. An ornate desk sits in the front of the room, near the door, with paper scattered all about it. Am I muted? Am I muted? No, I'm not. Okay. A few finished canvases still remain on the wall. Oh, hold up. An ornate desk sits in front of the room, near the door, with paper scattered all about it. A few finished canvases still remain on the walls, though it looks like a lot of the others were either seized or destroyed. We'll investigate the paintings. The paintings on the wall are traditional historical pieces, exactly the sort of thing L'Académie exalts as true art. Judging by the stern faces and repeating images, you're sure that the paintings are all meant to be some kind of political allegory, but you can't really tell what of. Looking at the paintings, you feel like you learned something about the artists here, but nothing useful about Armand. You'll have to search somewhere he would have spent a lot of time in. I feel like you've learned everything you can from the paintings in the room. Okay, search somewhere else. We'll go to the back room. We'll search under the table. You bend down to investigate under the table. You try to find what caught the library lantern and glimmered at you from the dark. Find a small scattering of coins. It appears that at some point in the chaos, someone must have dropped a coin purse and nobody noticed it. It doesn't bring you closer to Armand, but you'll never turn down a free coin. We'll look at the notes. You lean close to the notes on the wall and squint to read them. None of them make any sense, and if they were written in another language or some kind of code. No way, it's just terrible handwriting. Eventually you can deduce the meaning from the malformed letters. All the notes are suggested readings, various books, and pamphlets. They seem to cover a broad range of texts related to history and political theory. While some of the authors are French, you notice most of them are from elsewhere in the continent, especially in Central Europe. While you're sure reading this list isn't insightful, it won't bring you closer to finding Armand. Shit. We're gonna go upstairs. The stairs creak underneath your feet as you make your way to the second floor. A long table and scattered cutlery suggests it was used as a dining area. A small fireplace occupies one side of the room, and a wide swath of ash spilling out of the fireplace onto the floor. Above the fireplace itself, a painting hangs on the mantel. Investigate the painting hanging above the mantel. Stepping over the ash in front of the fireplace, you gingerly take the painting off its hook and examine it closely. While it's not as carefully detailed as some of the others in the building, there's a certain joyful energy to it. Whoever painted this genuinely enjoyed making it. It's a dining scene, done in a reflected perspective intended to make the actual room feel larger than it really is. All the men and women in the picture are laughing, clinking glasses, and looking merry. Even Armand. Armand's smiling face is looking back at you from the picture, a glass raised amid a toast, and a krill in his free hand. On one side of him is a man you remember from your last night together with Armand. The man is named Isaac. On the other side of him, a young woman who you've never seen before. Her hand is on his shoulder. Her hand is about to be in the grave. Her hand is about to be feeding the fishes. You turn the painting back and forth, looking for more details, until you hear something metallic shift. Flipping the painting over, you find a note tucked into the frame on the back of the painting, along with a key. You don't recognize the handwriting, but decide against taking the time to read the note now, while illegally trespassing a condemned building. You carefully fold the note around the key and secret it under your stays. You'll be able to investigate it later. Stranger and Stranger is now available for you to investigate on the Paris map. can't help but grin with satisfaction. This is the lead you were looking for. Quickly and quietly, you skulk to the shadow you entered the building through, peering through the window. Seems the coast is clear for now. You lever yourself out the window and into the street. Our girl is smart. She knows not to read the notes while in the place. Outside, you fastidiously put the boards back where you found them on the window. Your ears perk up at the sound of approaching footsteps. You spot the reflection of lantern light off nearby buildings. They get royal on their way, but as long as you keep moving, you should be gone before they arrive. Without even a look, you disappear into the dark alleyway you initially approached the studio from. The precious lead in your possession, and the authorities none the wiser, you vanish into the night. Quiet as a thief in the night. It can sneak up inside you and consume you. Okay, tomorrow is the opera gala. But we don't need to go shopping, because we're already prepared. Perils of journalism. Oh no, that gives me more. I don't need more peril. My life is perilous enough. Ooh, I can get credibility and maybe Leva? Maybe? The streets of Paris are more crowded than usual. You find yourself actively contending for space in the street amongst all the hustle and bustle. Nothing about this day feels particularly special, and you wonder what brought all these people out. Fashion. You feel a finger tapping on your shoulder. You turn around and find yourself face to face with none other than dressmaker Fatima. This is who's making our dresses, by the way. This is the woman in charge of all our fashion. Isn't she wonderful? I love her. She's so glamorous herself. She's slaying, and I love how she married her headdress. Like, she connected her headdress to her dress. That's just amazing to me. I love it. Salut, Yvette. It's always nice to see one of my favorite customers outside my little shop. After a pause, she sighs and says, "Is it possible for you to do me a favor? For you, Fatima, anything." Holding up a pouch of coins and pointing at a storefront, she says, "Can you take this money, go into that dressmaker's shop, and buy something for me?" You see, I used to work there for around 5 years or so, but I never got promoted. Idly, she whips her finger across her hamster necklace. So I left it to start my own place, and the owner wasn't very happy about it. The next words are a mumble. I might have told her the only client she was fit to dress was the devil and the hangman. It's like, I'm sorry, your clothes are so ugly. You can only dress the devil and the hangman. Either way, I need some spare fabric, and I'm not welcome in that shop anymore. Oh no, I got pinged. Of course I can help. What do you need, Fatima? Oh, thank you so much, she says, thrusting the pouch of levas into your hands and detailing out exactly what she needs. You have gained a little credibility. You've been given 100 levas. So you're cheerily greeted by a woman at the counter. "Bonjour, madame, and welcome to our humble establishment." The statement downplays the reality that this place isn't humble at all. In fact, it's utterly magnificent. You also get the feeling there's nothing here you can afford outside the bolts of raw fabric you've been sent here to purchase. Yes, I'm looking for a few bolts of fabric. Can you help me? Oh, I can try to do a credibility challenge, but I'm like too afraid. My credibility is dirt. It may be 18, but 18's dirt. I'm looking for a few bolts of fine fabric. Can you help me? Oh, but of course, madame, she says, and you list off her order to her. Well, it's really Fatima's order, but they don't need to know that. You make the payment, and she happily wraps up your order. Order in here, and you step outside with an armload of high-quality fabrics. Oh, thank you so much. This is exactly what I needed. And I'm getting more credibility. Do you make some small talk before you part ways? She has a lot of work to do, and you decide to explore the city a little more before heading home. I hope I get more dresses from her now. Hope that unlocked more dresses for me. Oh, I have a party at the Crown. I have an opera to go to. Everyone loves an opera. You know, we're not gonna be watching the opera, right? We're really not gonna be watching that damn opera. How's my wardrobe looking? What did I wear last time? I think I wore the chemise last time, so I had to wear the caracal. You pause to consider how well rested you feel. You're neither well rested nor exhausted. Nothing is holding you back from doing your best in this game of wits. You check a tiny mirror you keep in the carriage to see that you're wearing your humble caracal and skirt to your party being held by the crown. I guess to prove of your outfit and your credibility has increased. With preparations like this, tonight should be a largely positive affair. While you're staring in this line, you manage to overhear an interesting rumor. You make a mental note of it, just in case. You gain a piece of cheap crown gossip. You get wine. She gratefully takes the gift from you and sets it aside. As you enter the party, you can hear whispers of other guests noting your generosity. I've gained more credibility and lost a teeny tiny bit of payroll. Little ant-sized crumbs of payroll that I'm losing. I'm going to be in payroll for the rest of my damn life. I'm going to manage to get the bad ending in this game just because I'm so in payroll. Okay, which one of these witch-ass bitches do we want to talk to? An uninvited interlude. Your conversation with a clever woman could yield some valuable results. First, you have to find a way to divert a certain meddlesome musician. Oh, I can remove my peril, though. Games of chance might be illegal, but that doesn't mean they aren't widely enjoyed. After all, the chance to win or lose great fortunes wasn't dangerously thrilling. They never need to make a law prohibiting it. So true. Okay, you give me... an urgent message. A messenger has arrived at the door, bearing pressing information. The scandalous news might be worth quite a bit if one were to obtain it. This might remove some peril, so... I need to remove my peril. Not my apparel. That comes later. But my peril. Though removing my apparel will increase my peril as well. If there's not like a nip slip imperiling in this game, I don't want it. I want my nip slip moment. I want to just go straight to 100 like Janet Jackson. Strolling through the event, you find yourself in the vestibule of the party venue again. The room is empty as the doorman appears to be off doing something else. Stalled by the sound of frantic banging at the front door. It's not my house! Who is it? Madame, I am a messenger who's traveled a long way at great haste with grave news, replies a male voice from the other side of the door. You open the door to see the young messenger. He's sweating profusely. You can see a horse outside pacing anxiously back and forth. Without another word, he steps inside. Once inside, he frantically looks around the otherwise empty room. Excuse me, but can you help me find Madame Marie de Lorraine, the Countess de Brion? Oh, no. I have grave and potentially scandalous news for her. Will be nice. Oh, but of course, Monsieur. We must find the Countess immediately. Oui, madame, we haven't a moment to spare. You lead him into the party to search immediately for Countess de Brion. Together, two, you find her quickly and pull her away from the crowd into the vestibule. Soon the three of you are alone. The messenger begins to frantically whisper in her ear. Mon Dieu! She gasps. I know, madame, the messenger replies gravely. Recomposing herself after this stunning revelation, the Countess turns to you. Madame, you have done me a great service, which I shall never forget. Yeah, I'm gonna be cashing in on that favor. You gain a decent amount of credibility, and I have lost some peril. The business together having been concluded, the two of them hurry somewhere else to handle this business of grave import. Whatever the hell it is. I mean, I wasn't expecting to hear it and enjoy the tea. I've been so deprived of tea lately, I say as I sip more green tea. Damn these nobles being useless. Well, that was certainly something. You decided to look around the rest of the party and see what else you can accomplish. Okay, what we got? Gambling man. Fuck boy. Either the church or the crown. A libertine gentleman has need of your skills in order to exact a devastating plot to avenge a petty slight. Wow, that sounds fun. That sounds amazingly fun, to be real. This doesn't reward me that much. I need some crown gossip. In the midst of your latest conversation, you feel the ethereal pull of a lead on gossip. You're certain that the woman you're absolutely certain that the woman you're speaking with knows something that Pierre would find valuable. Judging from the way she's speaking, it's likely to be cheap gossip, but still about the crown, so that's still quite good. Suddenly, as she's about to finish, a gentleman loudly barges into the middle of the conversation. Ah, good afternoon, madames. Oh, here comes fuckboy, here comes fuckboy, da da da, da da da. Here comes fuckboy, here comes fuckboy, da da da, da da da. Would you both be interested in joining me at the harpsichord? I have a grand new composition that I'm about to demonstrate. Oh really, you're a musician, she asks. How intriguing. You'll feel her focus on your previous discussion slipping away. Pardon? But my friend was in the middle of a lovely story. I'd like to hear the rest. Before that, you must hear the end of my friend's story. It's simply delightful. My story? She asked, suddenly remembering where she was in her narrative. Well, I imagine that would be proper after you, madame, he sighs. Magnifique, where was that? She asked before delving into the details you've been so eager to hear. You gained a piece of cheap crown gossip. With her story completed, you and your conversation partner follow the musician to his harpsichord, and he begins to play for a crowd. All the while, he seems extremely pleased with himself and keeps looking at you like he's won some sort of victory. Men are truly strange sometimes. With the songs completed, you leave them both behind to explore the rest of the party. The crown gossip is the queen was recently seen bedecked in a spectacular new diamond necklace. Is it a sign of royal power or unnecessary excess? Might be a little bit of both. Oh hell, I have a church thing to go to. Hold up. What is my least slutty thing? Oh hell, I already wore this. I sure went shopping. That's what I should have done. Okay, well... what's my calendar look like? I ain't got shit to do after the 7th, okay. We'll go to the party wearing this. Assess preparations. Slight credibility. Tonight's a toss-up. You step down out of your carriage and hear the ripple of whispers that signal your arrival to any special event. Ooh, this is a jam. You make... yeah, we got some cheap church gossip. Should I buy wine for the church? I feel like... hey, you want some Jesus blood? Take some Jesus blood. She gratefully takes the gift from you. As you enter the party, you can hear whispers of other guests noting your generosity. It's not really worth it, but I'll take any attack on my payroll. I would like my payroll removed, please. I want this to be less like real life. Now, let the games begin. I volunteer as tribute. Wait. Why is Armand here? Why are you here, fuckboy? Oh. It's a far-off memory. So I can choose lore. A brief skulk. It appears that the party's host has left their study unlocked. This might be a valuable opportunity for someone of a more unscrupulous nature. Oh no, oh no. I need my credibility to be, I need my payroll to be okay. Ooh, she has some nice gossip though. Although I could take a serious hit to my credibility. Like, girl, I'm already uncredible enough. I'm uncredible. The girl's uncredible. Well, I have 46 credibility. It's not that bad. But still... I'll take the lore. I'll take the lore. You went around the party for a while, trying to find a conversation that feels right, but I'll end up feeling lost. Rather than wasting time on something that isn't working, Decide to take some time to yourself. It's been difficult to focus all day, and you're not certain as to why. Thankfully, you managed to find a deserted corner, so you can just focus on yourself. While you're adjusting your stay so they sit more comfortably, you consider your poor luck. It's not you, it's just that nobody has anything exciting to say right now. If nothing else, this feeling is certainly familiar. Of course, when you last felt like this, the parties were much smaller. They were also much less elegant, and they felt even less exciting than the one you're attending now. In fact, you were at just such a party, bored to the verge of tears, and making conversation with yourself when you heard someone walking up behind you. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize the spot was taken. I was planning on fuming alone in the garden, but an occupier has already laid their claim. Correct, now be gone, as this garden is mine by the right of conquest. Don't waste your time dissembling, just join me already. I was trolling you so much, aren't parties supposed to be fun? His back stiffens ever so slightly at this question. Well, I don't want to be the source of turmoil, as it would reflect poorly on my family. It's just agonizingly boring. Everyone wants to talk about the same things over and over again. Marie is suspicious of the new priest. Jacques wants to complain about the drainage in his lower field. And Guillaume will find any excuse to boast about his new cows. For the love of God, they're just cows. I'm sure they chew cud like virtuosos, but after 4 months, I'm about to push the damn things into the lake. No matter what I say, it's always the same. Everyone just nods, agrees, and then changes the conversation to whatever suits them better. I might as well not even be there. He stops and examines you quietly as you fume in the garden. It's a familiar feeling for you too, isn't it? You've gained some favor with this handsome stranger. Everything here feels like it's going around in a circle like a water wheel. The water of the rivers rush onward to new things, but the wheel merely spins. Oh, my apologies, I never introduced myself. My name is Armand. Armand never mentioned his last name to you, or even that he was a baron until the third time you met. He pretended that it was because he thought it was unimportant, but you knew better. He was sick of the deference and groveling that came with his position. May I ask your name? Yvette Duclos. It's a pleasure to meet you, Yvette. He takes your hand and gently kisses the back of it. Normally, an overly familiar gesture would disgust you, but he does it with a light, practiced grace, like it was the most normal thing in the world. The two of you stare into each other's eyes as your gaze plays along his moonlit features. You wonder how you both managed to go so long without meeting. Now you've heard admirers, but what troubles you tonight? What doesn't trouble me? This whole place is going nowhere and it's infuriating. If it's alright, I'd rather talk about something pleasant, like your chest. Like, have you seen all that? All that face? All that body? Makes me want to party. No wonder this girl's singing young and beautiful to this man. What doesn't trouble me? This whole place is going nowhere and it's infuriating. Before you realize it, you find yourself unrolling a list of every enmity you have in this town, punctuated by every one of their mental failings. It's a long list. I thought myself enraged, but it seems I was a mere pretender to the throne. He laughs as a cold wind causes you to shiver. You've gained some favor with Armand. Unfortunately, I must go, or my presence will be missed. However, before I go, please take this. It's frightfully cold out here, he says, taking off his coat and handing it to you. His breath steams in the air, and the coat is still warm with his body heat. Should you feel the need to return it, I like to spend my Sundays reading at Lessing, he says, gesturing in the direction of the tavern. With that, Armand leaves. The breeze blows and you feel a brief shiver, so you wrap his coat around your shoulders. The collar smells like him, mixed with a trace of perfume. Like all memories, it begins to dissolve once the most important elements pass. Okay, there's just is for characterization purposes. Of all things to remember, why does this strike me now? While you manage to return your thoughts to the here and now, you cannot manage to completely discard the memory. You find yourself examining its various details long after, as you distantly puzzle upon its significance. With that, you return to the party! Oh, hello, you're cute. Okay, we got Sushi Head Lady, which is still breaking entering. Okay, I can... Oh, I can remove my peril. That'd be good. You find yourself speaking with a woman who could tell you some... Oh my god, I need to learn how to talk. I need to learn how to talk. Does anyone else feel that? Does anyone else feel like they need to relearn how to speak? Because I feel that. I feel that a lot. Okay, I need to learn how to speak. I was once in speech therapy classes. You wanna know what that did to me? Absolutely nothing. Just made me more self-conscious about how I spoke. You find yourself speaking with a woman who could tell you of some gossip concerning the church. All you have to do is deflect the tiresome bloviating of a particularly boastful church patron. Wow, this age is filled with fuckboys too. You come across a woman interviewing a man for the sake of her book, but something doesn't seem quite right about the man's outrageous claims. It's only 5 peril. I can get some gossip. Not to mention she's cute. You step back into the vestibule for a moment so you can collect your thoughts and get the first opportunity to speak with any new arrivals to the party. As then you see 2 individuals speaking together in a corner. The fact they're trying to stay away from everyone else only increases your interest in their conversation. You recognize neither the bespectacled woman nor the extravagantly dressed gentleman she's speaking with. However, judging from the fact that she pauses to write whenever she speaks, you can surmise she's interviewing him. It's become apparent via your spying that these people are Nika Ikov, a foreign author looking for inspiration for her latest novel, as well as Guillaume de Sela, a self-styled libertine philosopher, an appellation that doesn't seem to require much in the way of academic credentials. You described yourself earlier as a patron of the arts. How's your relationship with theater? Have you sponsored any performances? I am no mere tight-fisted patron, good madame. I am inspiration, a muse if you will. In fact, when Beaumarchais wrote The Barbarous Seville, I was his inspiration for Count Almaviva. The sharply dressed man proudly replies between loud gulps of wine. Long gulps of wine. They were probably loud as well. He does not seem like a man who drinks wine quietly. He seems like a man who would fake being a sommelier. Oh, I'm on top of him. I'm blocking him. Not that anyone needs to see him. He ain't that pretty. He ain't that pretty. I'll cover up my money. He ain't that pretty. This man looks a little, he looks a little, oh, hold on, I can't, I'm being batty. He looks like he could use a little more work on his eyebrows, to be fair, and he didn't even powder his beard. I'm sorry, I'm judging him. Man doesn't even fucking powder his beard to match his fucking wig. But Barber of Seville is an actual play, if I remember correctly. From what you remember that play, that's not something to be particularly proud of. It also doesn't sound even vaguely true. Oh, this will be fantastic for my book, Monsieur. I must ask, how did you and Monsieur Beaumarchais meet? Well, we met at a wranglet held by a visiting Algonquian prince. I'm sorry, did you say an Algonquian prince? He came across the ocean from the Americas and then held a banquet? The author replies, far more suspicious of this particular claim. Yes! Get him, girl! Get him! Dig into his face! Guillaume glances to you and raises an eyebrow. He knows his game is almost up. I know far too much to take side in whatever this. I'm sorry, I'm going to raise my peril. Because I hate him. I'm sorry, I cannot side with the fuckboys of history. I can't side with this fake fuckboy of history. Madam Ikov, it sounds unlikely because it never happened. This is just a fable. Curses, Guillaume says with a sneer, shooting you a nasty look. You have gained a little peril. You are simply no fun at all, madame, he continues, shaking his head in disgust. I shall find my entertainments elsewhere, then. I'm sorry, I'm not allowing you to spread misinformation. You can leave, but you're not allowed to spread misinformation. Leave thy scene. Exit stage left. Monsieur Disable drains his wine glass and storms away with a sour look on his face. While that might seem unpleasant, it also means you have some decent gossip, given that you caught a prominent figure in the bourgeoisie flagrantly lying about his accomplishments. You gained a piece of cheap bourgeoisie gossip. After a few shocked seconds, Madame Ikov gives you a slow curtsy. Merci, madame. I know it may seem unimportant to most, but my research for this novel is very important to me. I appreciate you care enough to stop someone from filling it with outlandish falsehoods. And my credibility is up, so I broke even. With that, she leaves, and you decide to examine the rest of the party. Perhaps you'll find another opportunity out there amongst the crowd. Cheap church gossip. A bishop. Oh, that's the opera critical of the church. That was here last time. Some representatives of the Thursday have gotten free rooms to stay in from a prominent hotelier. Okay. We've gained 2 peril, but it's fine. We've gained 2 peril, that's fine. You look up at the sound of Camille knocking on your door frame. Good morning, madame. The house's rent is due today, as are my wages. Give the necessary 4 livres. You wonder if you could put them to better use elsewhere. No, I pay my servants. I pay my fucking servants. Merci beaucoup, madame. Camille says with a curtsy as you hand her the money. You have paid 40 livres. Camille leaves to deliver the money, and with that business concluded, your day may continue. I would pay Camille more. Oh wait, I have another party? I have another party to go to? I have another one? Hell. I am popular after all. I mean, my name is up there with Bal, and Numi, and Gargura, and Ike Eveland. Of course they want me at every party. Let's wear my provincial outfit. Because it gives me 19 plus. Assess my preparations. You pause to consider how well rested you feel. Okay, exhaustion's gonna set in. Check a tiny mirror you keep in the carriage to see you're wearing a provincial outfit to your party being held by the military. Oh, holy shit. The guests greatly approve of your outfit and your credibility has increased significantly. Tonight is mine for the taking. Take my wine. We have a lot of credibility. Let's be a little more, let's be a little more daring, shall we, chat? Let's destroy these nobles with my credibility. Am I hopping on, ads soon? We're gonna be on ads soon. Okay, that's the mirror, madame. I am going to the... I'm going to see what we have. I don't like... We're going to go see the mirror, madame, because this looks interesting. While circling the party, you happen to notice something very strange. At first, you thought you had been looking in a mirror, but something was simply off about the whole thing. How odd. You walk over to inspect said mirror, but you're interrupted by someone in the middle of your approach. I'm Andeko. I am pleased to see you again. Would you be willing to indulge me for a moment, so we might be able to discuss our business again? You still remember everything we went over, no? Of course, the business that we did, which I know so much about. You have no idea who the devil this is. I can, He pauses to examine you for a moment, which makes sense. That might have been a little more confident. I'm glad that you have everything in order. So many of my clients usually decide to barrage me with ceaseless questions. You've gained a little credibility. As I was saying, you approached me earlier in the evening and said that you were interested in borrowing a substantial amount of money. Of course, the interest rate will be significant, but you've already convinced me that this isn't worth worrying about. He steps back and looks you up and down, puzzled by something. If I may be so bold to ask, why did you change your outfit? Better yet, what do you think of it? Monsieur, I can assure you that I haven't changed my clothes. You haven't, truly? Then, if you want the one I spoke with, then... Madame, I'm sorry, but I need to leave immediately. I'll have to discuss your loans later. He replies, attempting to sound serious, but you can hear an undertone of panic in his voice. He hurries away nervously, which seems good until you realize he's planning on trying to negotiate some kind of massive loan with you. The kind you can't possibly afford. You know, like student loans. You get a little peril. How your first real priority is finding this mysterious one who's pretending to be you. Girl, where are you? Ooh, I can get shocking military gossip. Oh, but Kiri's back. Oh no, doing the doppelganger thing might be better. Yeah, the doppelganger is gonna do me way better than most of these. You freeze in your tracks and you spot her. I've sent your last encounter you've been looking for. This is the woman who has been imitating you, and even had the audacity to try taking out a vast loan in your name. Now you spot her talking to another guest, but she hasn't noticed you yet. Take her aside, quietly. You walk up on her quickly and quietly, finding her engaged in conversation with another party guest. The discussion seems agreeable. Now that you're this close, you have to admit that her resemblance to you is absolutely uncanny. So, for those of you who don't know and have not been paying attention, this is kind of what our character model looks like, though she has black hair when we have brown hair. The woman your double is talking with notices you first. Looks quite stalled by your sudden appearance, but you don't bother with her. Instead, you take this imposter by the elbow, gently but firmly. You lead her away to a different section of the party. Once you release her, your double spins to face you and looks you up and down. Strangely, she doesn't even seem perturbed by your presence. At least, she's doing a great job of hiding it. I don't suppose it's too late to say you have the wrong woman. Yes, it's a little late for that. Well, at least let me explain myself, she replies calmly. You're an incredibly lucky woman. People are ruined by praise in high society every day. But you happen to be ruined in a way that actually gave you opportunities. I realized one day how much I looked like you and thought, she was given a second chance, why don't I deserve one too? Of course, the first thing she did with this second chance was try and take out a mountain of loans in your name, but she seems to be willing to gloss over that important detail. I managed to collect some money from sympathetic nobles, and I've heard an interesting secret. Those bank loans never came through for some reason. So what exactly do you want from me? Oh, I'm not sure if I can do this medium credibility challenge. I want the rumors, the coin, and for you to stop pretending to be me. You really want all that? If I did that, I lose everything I gained. Absolutely not. Before you can get a chance to reply, she steps backwards into the crowd and disappears. Look high and low, but you can't seem to find her. You scowl at the space where your imposter used to be. Now you have nothing, and she's managed to acquire it, and she's still out there ruining your good name. I just lost everything I got. With her gone, you look around. Damn it, that wasn't even worth it. I lost credibility and gained peril. All I got was some cheap military gossip. Oh. Okay. sell. Selling all this because I don't care about these people. Let's go home. I have another church thing to go to. Okay. Okay, where is my... This will get me some good. Assess preparations. My credibility went down, but it went back up. Tonight is mine for the taking. Da-da. Please take the gift of wine. Okay, let's not mess with Madam What's-Her-Fuck. Oh, Alex is here. But... this person looks oh my. Here's another cutie. But Alex is here. Let's go with Alex, because he also has, some gossip. You're about to approach Alex to chat with him when you notice him suddenly step away from the crowds. He stalks his way around one of the tents, and it looks like he's searching for something. Just as you arrive, he kneels on the ground, spreads his arms wide, ready to ensnare or something. Kneel down with him. You hike up your skirts and kneel down next to him. Now that you're here, you start to see his core as well. There's a flickering shadow behind the tent canvas. On guard! Alex yells, springing around. Oh, hold up. Do I have ads? No ads yet. On guard, Alex yells, springing around the side and snatching up the strange thing with a single hand. Wait a minute, you recognize that strange thing. Unhand me at once, I'm innocent. I have 2 alibis. I've been framed. Pierre yells indignantly. Pierre's gaze falls upon you, and his struggles die down immediately. Oh, it's you. Who are you and what are you doing here? This is a private event. I, good sir, am a humble representative of the 4th Estate, Pierre replies, managing to effect a polite bow despite the fact that his feet still aren't touching the ground. I'm here to report on what I see and keep our humble public duly informed on affairs of the state as they transpire. And Alex is looking at me. I also heard that Duke de Chalet is having another affair. Of course, the last time he saw me, I just ran a tell-all piece regarding his alleged abuses of rank, so he threatened to have me tossed into the river Cyan with a millstone around my neck. Which I would like to say only proves my point about him abusing his power, don't you think? Be that as it may, Alex replies, I'm still obligated to remove you from here. Your dedication to your duties is admirable, noble sir. However, something can be destroyed by the truth. Should it not be destroyed by the truth? That is... I would like to side with Pierre because he actually has a point. But I want to stay on Alex's good side. Pierre, give it up. Alex has his duty and he's not going to shirk it. Exactly. You have gained some favor with Alex. Yvette, you scoundrel, this betrayal shall not be forgotten. Pierre yells angrily, flailing his tingly limbs in every direction. You have lost a little credibility. Of course, should you manage to find any news stories at this fine event, I would still be willing to purchase them. But while I print those rare stories, this betrayal shall nonetheless remain unforgotten. Alright, that's enough out of you, Alex replies, shaking Pierre fiercely by the coat. Diminutive journalist bounces around like a puppet in the hands of an angry child. Still clutching Pierre, Alex gives you a stiff and formal bow. Pardon me, Yvette. I must dispose of this creature. Excuse me, I must go take out the trash. I must go take out the trash. Alex marches away, dragging Pierre, who has since given up the fight. Instead, he just folds his arms and sneers. Distancing yourself from the small commotion that's emerging as guests see Alex bodily carrying someone out of the party, you decide to gather some more wine and hors d'oeuvres. Shrimp cocktail, anyone? I like the chicken. The chicken was good. Perhaps she'll be able to accomplish something else at this party. Oh no, the cutie went away. Okay. I need to... Wait, can I remove my pill over here? No. No, I'm going to remove my pill over here. Two men without uniforms of any kind are talking with each other next to a... Two men without uniforms of any kind are talking with each other next to a cannon. Wait, do I have ads? I do not have ads. They seem extremely tense, and this disquiet draws you towards them like a bayonet towards the heart. I've heard some sincerely disquieting things about the going-ons with the aristocracy, and I simply don't know who else I can talk to by the reigning royalist. Reluctant nationalist. Then it seems we're on the same boat, mon ami. I've had similarly distressing things about the revolutionaries from my friends who are closer to such circles. However, it brings dishonor upon my name to even voice such a thing. We can't afford to become enemies of either the crown or the revolution. You're not entirely sure what I mean to be declared an enemy of the revolution. But if your encounters with Maximum are any indication, it'd be less than pleasant. Agree, we shan't discuss this further, but for the sake of preserving our honor... The man on the left proclaims, with the outrageous seriousness that men sometimes muster for the smallest of controversies. Wow, we are just attacking men today, and I love it. We are attacking men's habits today. It's clear that these men are so bursting with the desire to talk that they can scarcely contain themselves. It'd be trivial to extract the information from them, should you make the attempt. However, there's truth to the danger they spoke of. If you take these secrets, members of either the Crown or of the Revolution, will surely know. In fact, we should disperse for now, his companion replies. There is no such thing as too much caution when it comes to preserving one's honor. To this, the other nods in stout agreement. This farce simply isn't worth it, and neither are either of these men. It's like this ain't worth it. Hold up for just one sec. I'm checking to see if we have ads. Also, I'm pretty sure I heard a Discord ping somewhere. I was wrong. Oh no, hiccups. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to hydrate. I need hydration. The station. Lovely tea. I'm actually out of tea. So, I'm going to take this this moment in time to go get more tea. Huh, well, not more tea, I'll get some water. Huh, I'll be right back. I am back. Back in bats. I feed the bats. I know it's glad to be back. I got 9 lives. Shiny bad eyes. Let's get back to the game. Oh, no, wait. Let's look at the bats a little bit more. They're so adorable. Look at them. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at them because they're so cute. Have you had your serotonin today? Have you had your serotonin today? If not, here it is. Aw, that one's drinking water. I see that now. That other one's just doing a really nice dance. Grooming. Okay, let's return. We're gonna follow the nationalists. We're going to follow the nationalists, because I don't care about the revolution. Normally I'd be behind the revolution, but I'm not sure where I stand right now. You follow the nationalist at a distance until he's far enough from his friend to not be overheard. Specifically, you arrange it so that you chance across him while acquiring new refreshments in a tent. He's wisely chosen a glass of white wine, which is a better choice in this heat than a heavy red. Are you as parched as I am? He asks when you pick up a glass of the same. It's a cheap ploy, but identical drinks make an easy conversation starter. You find it a little hard to gain his confidence than you initially guessed, but you make quick headway once you pretend to be innocently ignorant of politics. Once he's no longer viewed you as a threat, he was more than willing to tell you about the rumor that's been bothering him. I've gained a piece of cheap revolution gossip. Carefully memorize the details of his gossip, but you're also keenly aware that you're not going to be the last person he talks to about this. Simply put, he's bad at keeping a secret, which means that your part in this is likely to come to light, especially to those connected to the revolution. You lost a little favor with Antoine, which I don't really care. The conversation that follows afterward is a little stilted. Normally you stay in order to chat and make him feel at ease, but you can tell he's realizing that he's made a grave mistake. You leave before you can get drawn into the throes of his growing panic. Unsure of the time, you already begin to search if there's anything else you can do at this party before it finishes. I lost 1 credibility, but it's fine. Because I removed my peril. Okay, I have I need to go. I need to sell some shit. Hold up, let me see if we have... OBS is not telling me whether we have ads or not, and it's bothering me. You enter Pierre's office to find it more disorderly than usual, with Pierre frantically pacing in the midst of all the chaos. He looks up at you and exclaims, "Ah, madame, thank God you have arrived." Then keenly checking the winds of public opinion, my fine own... I'm pretty sure I have church gossip. If not, I can go get it. I can peddle some gossip. Okay, I have... Let's go get some dressies. Hold on. Do you have any... No church gossip. Okay, let's go to Le Pic. Oh, I can hire Maurice the tailor. Okay. You're alive at Le Petit Mode Girl to find Fatima already engaged with someone else. Please, Maurice, you have to understand, this place barely has 2 spare coins to rub together right now. I only have a few regular customers left. I simply don't have enough work to hire on extra help. I'm sorry. I understand, Fatima. I've just been months without work. I'm starting to think that I'll have to leave town if I can't find something soon. The man sighs and shakes his head. Please tell me you haven't found someone better. Well, you know that's impossible. I've never met a man with more precise stitching than you. Ooh, Fatima, you're a flatterer. Please stop. He laughs. Actually, no, please keep going. Fine, I may be great at making garments, but you turn them into a second skin. Anything you work on gets new life breathed into it. It's how you say, fashion comes and goes, but well-fitting clothes never go out of style. That's the one! Oh, Madame Deco, you're here, Fatima yelps, suddenly noticing your presence. What may I help you with today? Did I hear correctly that your friend Maurice is looking for work? Ah yes, you've heard correctly, madame. I'm a tailor by trade. If you're looking to employ me, I can update your outfits to restore some of their novelty, alter their sensibilities in whatever direction you... Oh! Oh, he is a stat, man. He customizes my stat. I might also be able to help you negotiate a decent discount as some provider of elegant finery. He might be right, Fatima sighs. My services cost approximately 40 livres a week. Does that feel acceptable? Sure. Ah yes, I assumed it would be so. Wait, you actually want to hire me? He gasps. Ah, thank you, madame. I promise that you'll be the most elegantly styled woman in all Paris. Your radiance shall glow like a burning sun. And those that dare approach your majesty shall be destroyed for their hubris like the wax wings of Icarus. Personally, you've always felt quite sympathetic to Icarus. What's the point of rings if not to reach ever higher? Of course, this doesn't feel like the right time to bring that up. You've hired Maurice the tailor. So, my good friend Fatima, about getting my wonderful employer a discount. Ugh, fine, let's talk business. So, this is more like a 2-for-1 deal. Because now I get cheaper dresses. Okay, I have some church stuff coming up, and I don't have anything for the church, so I need to buy a churchy thing. Which would be this. Which one of these is cheap? Mm. I need something bougie for the bourgeoisie. Or at least something I can tailor into being very bougie. Let's get the robe elephant swa. No, I think I have something already at 0 that I can tailor into being bougie. Wait, do I have... Hold on, bourgeoisie. Oh god, not the bourgeoisie being all the... Not the bourgeoisie being only 0. Not the bourgeoisie being only 0. I have fine military outfits. I don't think I have good crown outfits though. So I'll buy this one. Plus I like the style. It's very cute. Oh god, I'm poor. Does it cost me money to tailor an outfit though? Oh hell, I'm still, damn it. I'm not safe anywhere, am I? I'm not safe anywhere. Let me, I'll be here. I'll be here. Okay, journal. I don't have any... How do I... How do I tailor this? I need this tailored. Oh wait, I should probably go to fucking sleep. I need self-care day. I need a self-care day. I'll go to the military ball. Do I really need to go to church for the Saint of for the feast of Saint Sebastian though? The feast of Saint Sebastian on the 16th of April. You know what? I'm not doing many parties. I'll think about the Okay. Home. Let's go home. Because we have 4 exhaustion. You didn't realize I was on until now? How dare you? I'm your Oshi. But no, it's okay, it's okay. I'll come in, whatever. Hi, how are you? What you doing? I'm your Oshi, though. You should know when I'm on. You take the day off and spend some time at home, resting and recuperating. And just spending the day in, taking care of yourself and doing some light reading, you finally feel recharged. The exhaustion that had been affecting you before passed. I no longer have any levels of exhaustion. That you turn your focus upon other matters that demand your attention. Okay, I like you, Camille, but I need some of my shit fixed by my tailor. I'm glad you just got home from work. Have you ate already? Are you ate already? I want everyone in my chat to be eating and being healthy and shit. I want all y'all to have good fates. Are we going to go to the revolution? I feel like I don't need to go to the revolution thing because I'm not supportive of the revolution. Okay, I actually need some church gossip if I can have that. Does anyone got any church gossip I can have? Okay, I can do Alex's lead. Oh, Tamagotchi, thank you. Thank you. Stretch everyone, stretch and drink. Get those arms. Unshrimp thyself. Unshrimp thyself. Roll the shoulders. Roll those shoulders. You know what the men are interested in. Your shoulders. If anything, if I learned anything from school, it's that men cannot help themselves when they see some raw shoulder meat. Just that delicious, yummy, fresh shoulder meat. Remember, accessorize your shoulder meat. Okay, I think I will do Stranger and Stranger. Then I'll do Alex's lead. But thank you for the Tamagotchi. At home, it takes all day for you to finally work up the nerve and do this. Just as sun sets, you finally pull out the note and the key from under your stays. The paper is covered in unfamiliar handwriting, written in rich emerald ink. Cher Armand, I will always appreciate your commitment to our cause. I know France will be better for it. However, our chance of being caught grows with every passing day. I will not waste ink painting terrible pictures of the consequences, as you are already familiar with them. If fortune turns against us, I want you to flee Paris entirely and head to the border. If you show them my ring, then my society sponsors will protect you. I know you've objected to this idea before, but it's the only way for you to stay safe. Stay safe. To aid this, I secreted a package under the loose floorboards and beneath your stove. This key will protect it. Will open it. Your partner in conspiracy, Joanna. You turn over the letter and find no additional writing, no additional context or explanation. Who is Joanna? How long has Almond known her for? Is she one of the people he'd been writing back home? Heading downstairs, you walk into the kitchen. It's clean but cramped, and Camille keeps it well stocked with fresh produce. You find the stove made of dark iron and standing on a set of clawed feet. Alone, on your hands and knees, you feel around until you find a set of loose floorboards. You pull up the floorboards and fish around in the dark until you find a small wooden box, held shut by a padlock. You open it with the key you found behind the painting. Inside the box, you find a magnetic compass, a map of Paris with notes concerning when the guards change at every one of the city gates, a signet ring, and a leather bag heavy with coins. The notes on the map will make it much easier to traverse the city without being noticed by the Guet Royale, or by anyone else. You have lost quite a bit of peril. You look inside the bag. That's a lot of coins. In 100 livres. You look up from your sun windfall to see Camille standing in the doorway to the kitchen. Her eyes are darting between you and the box in confusion. I was just about to start making dinner, Camille says, pointing awkwardly at the stove. Camille, did you know about this? I just found a good sum of money in a note under the floorboards. Care to explain? I feel like Camille doesn't know shit. Know about— No, about what? Camille asked, glancing between you and bag coins in your hands. Is that Monsieur Armand's? Why would he leave money in the house? For the first time since you met her, you feel like Camille might not be telling the truth. Who is Joanna? How well does she know Armand? Camille, why did Armand actually leave this house? Why did he leave? She asked nervously. A few weeks ago, when Monsieur Armand still lived here, some men came in the middle of the night. I don't know why, but they tried to hurt him, Camille says, her voice low and afraid. I was in the cellar getting wine, so I hid down there in the dark until the screaming stopped. Oh no! If this were Fallout, they gave us the option to say some kind of non sequitur dialogue option. Yeah. It's like, so. So, what are we having for dinner, Camille? Monsieur Armand managed to fire him off, but he was hurt and thought these men would come back for him. So he packed his things, wrote the note for you, and left. He thought if he wasn't here, they'd keep chasing him and after him and you'd be safe. I was supposed to tell you what happened, but this house is so big and empty. By the time you arrived, I was so lonely. I was afraid that if you knew the whole story, then you'd leave, and I'd be alone again. I'm so sorry, madame. I never wanted to lie to you. I just... for 1 second, I gotta... I just gotta open my door. Hold up. I was just about to make dinner. Great. It's alright, Camille. I understand why you would have been afraid. Merci beaucoup, she yelps in relief. I promise to never keep anything from you again. Camille's ride or die. Ride or die, Camille. Let's go. I want an ending with Camille. I should probably start making you dinner. Hopefully this news will be better on a full stomach. Madame, I'll have to ask you to leave the kitchen while I work. Before you can ask any further questions, Camille ushers you out into the hallway. The door shuts quickly behind you, and all you can hear is the clattering of pots and pans as she starts furiously preparing food. You look over the signet ring that was included in the box. It's a finely made silver ring with a signet used for pressing seals and wax. You don't recognize the symbol on the ring, but the piece of jewelry itself looks very old. You're starting to wonder if this investigation will ever start answering more questions than it asks. You look up at the sound of Camille knocking on your door frame. Good morning, madame. The housemate is due today, as are Maurice and I's wages. You have the necessary levers, but you wonder if you could find a better use elsewhere. No, I pay my people. I pay my fucking people. Wardrobe. Is that I can only change them on days I have parties? I mean, that'd be useful, but I don't like it. Okay, do I have anything super churchy? Okay, I have that. Okay, hold up. Should I don't want to go to the revolution, to be real. I'm not a supporter of the revolution in this playthrough. I'm a whore. And I will act appropriately as a whore does. Which means, getting all up ass first on top of a royal. Okay, I need some church gossip. Pierre wants some church gossip. Oh man, okay, I guess I can go to Alex's lead. We're going to destroy maximum determination. Leave him in Undertale where he belongs. You're filled with determination. That's what I'm filled with. I'm determined to destroy this man personally. You leave the house earlier than usual that morning. Your hair didn't take as long. I'm uncertain of how long it'll take you to walk to the fountain that Thomas mentioned in his letter to you. You are the future of humans and monsters. Yeah, he's a monster, alright. Given that you're still new to Skullduggery, you decide to dress in darker clothes and stuck to comfortable walking shoes. Do I have ads? I haven't had ads since the 9 o'clock ads, and it's worrying me. It's worrying me. Surprisingly enough, you've managed to find them out without getting turned around. It seems like the perfect place for a meeting like this. There's just enough people wandering around that you won't draw attention, but also few enough that you'll be able to find someplace secluded to talk. Looking around, you can't spot Alex anywhere, so you decide to take a seat on the edge of the fountain. It makes sense to be visible enough that he'll be able to find you without any flashy waving or signaling. You get comfortable, smooth out your skirts, and pause for a moment to reflect on the decisions that led you to a point in your life where you're having a secret rendezvous with a member of the Queen's Dragoons to learn more about your hated enemies. If anything, they must have been good decisions. Not long after you settle in, Alex appears from around a corner and strides up to you. The uniform draws some attention. The people seem to make an effort of getting out of his way, so it must be useful for something. Bonjour, madame, he calls out pleasantly. My sincerest apologies for being late. Shall we stay here or discuss this somewhere in private? Let's go somewhere away from prying eyes. Magnifique. I know a reputable public house nearby that's always empty in the middle of the day. We'll discuss things further there. Gain a little favor with Alex. Just a tiny bit of favor. Alex leads you to the public house and you take a seat with him. The barmaid seems to recognize him and brings over some wine and 2 glasses. Don't worry, I'll cover the cost of the wine, he assures you with a wave. I take it you've read my letter, so you know how much I regret what happened to you that night. From what I know, Maximin's always been a bit of a prick, but I never would have suspected him to stoop so low. So seeing a chance to correct a great injustice, I reached out to some friends around the city in order to gather intelligence. Does Maximin actually lead by example? Or is all his revolutionary talk just that? Talk. While I couldn't find a smoking gun, I also couldn't help but notice Maximin's household goes through servants quite quickly. He reaches into his coat pocket and hands you a list of names, presumably of servants that used to work for Maximin. Most of them left of their own accord, usually signing things like long hours, skipped wages, and other issues. However, there's one servant whose leaving was complete mystery. A servant who leaves their master but keeps their reasons a secret. If Maximin has a weakness, then this is it. Very good, what's our next step? Unfortunately, madame, I have no next step. While my position grants me its fair share of privileges, it also means I can't go much further than providing you with information. If I was actually caught helping you exact your revenge, it would reflect very poorly on the royal family. No matter how justified that vengeance might be. If you were going to move against him, best time to do so would be on April 24th, the night of his grand salon. Well, he'll be at his most public, which will make him vulnerable to any damaging revelations about his past dealings. Of course, for that, you'll need both evidences and an invitation. Oh no, we're kind of halfway through April. Unfortunately, Alex pushes out his chair and hands. I need you back at the barracks. Before I go, I must warn you that this mystery servant has gone to great pains to conceal their identity. I can't find the servant's name, where they live, or even the position they held in Maximum's home. Alex pauses to leave some coins on the table for the wine. While you don't seem the sort to give up easily, I wanted to make sure you understood the difficulty of that task ahead of you. Alex stands and gives you a theatrical bow. Au revoir, madame. With that, he turns and leaves. You start to think about this new information. A mystery servant who left Maximum's employment suddenly and under murky circumstances. It seems fruitful, but you'll have to dig deeper first. I have to be ready by April 24th? I only have 11 days. Oh no. Can I? Okay. I have 3 days. Actually, no. I have enough time. I'm not going to the Revolutionaries Party. Hold up, chat. I have to look up something. I have to look up something, because it's going to bother me if I don't. Because I need to know how to use Maurice. Oh no, I think I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. Oh no, I have made a mistake in hiring the tailor. I basically am paying for Amazon Prime, it sounds like. It sounds like Maurice, from what I'm gathering, is basically Amazon Prime. Which I'm not happy about. I'm not happy that I'm paying for Amazon Prime now. I am not happy I'm paying for Amazon Prime. Okay, well, I have shit to do. You head to the Hollis, hoping to track down some information in regards to a mysterious servant who suddenly and quietly left the employee of your hated foe. Baron Maximum Determination, which I'm about to make the lowest determination. You walk the streets near the marketplace, Le Halls, and just listen. Porters, commoners, and servants bustle to and from. They haggle, exchange coin for wares, and occasionally lean in to slyly share the most interesting and scandalous news of the day. The marketplace buzzes with activity like a beehive. A man stands on a corner, reading the latest current events aloud from a newspaper to any passers-by willing to listen. Sometimes people throw a coin into a hat placed at his feet. Far from the nobility, this feels like the right place to inquire about Maximum's mystery servant. I should ask around the marketplace. Delving into the marketplace proper, you talk with various merchants trying to learn a little more. It's like fishing in a river for one particular fish. However, you walk away with one valuable piece of information. All the servants who suddenly left Maximum's employ were men. Except for this one. The mystery servant is a young woman. Not only that, she's a woman with eyes that are different colors from each other. It's said to be quite striking to behold. Never heard of anything like that before, but it's certainly possible. If nothing else, it would make this person quite distinct. However, there are over 1 million people in Paris. Knowing what they look like is simply not enough to track them down. Acting on a hunch, you check in with the crier you saw reading the paper aloud earlier. Only a few people have stopped to actually listen to him. His clothes look like they're of fine make, but they're old enough to be in a state of disrepair. The States General approaches. Representatives from the Third Estate expected to demand changes and noble privileges. Joseph Michel Montgolfier designing new flying balloon. A moment, monsieur. Toss coin and hat. Oh, merci, madame, the crier says to you, feigning an appropriate amount of surprise. He folds up the newspaper and tucks it under one arm. You spent 1 livre. How may I help you? The Baron de Termes has a servant who quit for mysterious reasons. Know anything? I'm looking for the dirt on the Baron de Termes. Know anything about their mystery servant? Will be nice. Hold on for 1 second, chat. Sorry, the space ghosts were bothering me. Oh, that is quite the mystery. Nobody's asked about this mystery servant rumor for a while. He pauses to think a moment before continuing. My cousin tried to claim that this servant had committed murder in cold blood, but that turned out to be a pack of lies. Ah, yes, I remember now. The servant is still in the States somewhere, working at a cafe. The good Baron threatened the owner to fire the servant, but the cafe owner wouldn't budge. Other than that, I'm at a loss, madame. Now you must excuse me, as I must return to my work. He unfolds the newspaper and returns to yelling to the crowd and soliciting donations. While this knowledge is still fresh in your mind, you take out your journal and write down everything you learned. Maximum's mystery servant works at a cafe in Paris. They're a woman with eyes that are different colors from each other. It's a solid lead, but you still have a ways to go before you can use it to hurt Maximum. I know his weakness. I'm finding his weakness. Done for the day, you return home to plan your next move. Okay, I have to do some searching. Do I need a bodyguard? perils of journalism. Where am I going to find my bullshit at? Oh, am I? Hold up for just 1 second. I keep hearing things. I swear, when you're listening out for something, you keep hearing it preemptively. And that is the most bothersome thing. Okay, don't have any exhaustion, so I need gossip, a study in chemistry, an unusual man of science, an unusual man of silence. The most unusual man of silence. has a proposition for you. It has something to do with rumors in the city. You decide to take a walk around the city, hoping to stumble across something new that might help you. Oh, hello, Twink. Just as you cross the street to avoid an oncoming wagon, you're approached by a colorfully dressed young man. He studies you carefully before speaking. Excusez-moi, madame, but you're Yvette Ducot, no? Why, in fact, I am. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you at last. Gain a little credibility. I'm Michael Pelletier, he says while performing a simple bow. I'm a chemist in training and general bon vivant. I've been told that you are an unofficial reporter for La Trompette du Peuple. In the name of a little experiment I'm performing, I might have a lead for you. In fact, I might have two. Which would you prefer to know more about, the crown or the revolution? An experiment? What exactly are you doing here? What's your game? Smiles enigmatic. That, madame, for me alone to know. If I were to tell you what I aim to learn, that would undermine the experiment, wouldn't it? So it shall it be. Fine, if I have a choice, tell me about the revolution. He steps closer and starts to tell you about the more interesting going-ons in the revolution. At first you were skeptical of the quality of the story you could provide, but you find yourself surprised this could actually be quite valuable. With that, it seems our business is concluded, Michael says, stepping away from you. Before you can say another word, he leaves as suddenly as he arrived. Your brow furrows as you consider this situation. You have some valuable gossip, but why? What could he possibly stand to gain from giving this to you? Why only one of them? With a sigh, you brush aside these swelling concerns. You have something good for Pierre. That's what matters right now. Your mind made up, you continue to go about your day exploring the city. Okay. I have to sell this, cause I don't have money. Oh, what's this? The Maid and the Archer? Let's go sell our shit first. Because this is 60. Go home. Now we have a party. We have 2 parties, actually. And I need to destroy Maximin on the 24th. What am I wearing? This is a military, so... Yeah, I just paid for Amazon Prime. Maurice is Amazon Prime. You pause to consider how well rested you feel. You're neither well rested nor exhausted. Nothing's holding you back from doing your best in this game of wits. Check a tiny mirror you keep in the carriage to see that you're wearing your robe and chemise to a party being held by the church. Oh, I thought today was the military. Have some Jesus blood. I totally forgot this was the church party, not the military party. Oh no. I actually had a church outfit, I think. Okay, no, we're not stealing from the church. No matter how pro-satanic that would be. P.S. for our colleague, Andy Crossman might have some rumors concerning the church's current political allies. However, it takes some convincing to get a hold of them. Let's get... Ooh, there's so much good church gossip, though. Let's go to her. Your latest conversation is taking place in a rather gaudy chapel, separated from the rest of the guests. Bathed in the light of a few votive candles, you're speaking with a woman who apparently knows quite a bit about the party's host. Any gossip you managed to obtain from her would clearly concern the church. Even if it's on the cheaper side, it's still valuable. Suddenly, a fuckboy approaches the two of you, speaking at a jarringly loud volume. Good afternoon, mesdames. I wish I had a fedora. I see you 2 fine ladies are enjoying the chapel that I donated the funds for. Quite a lovely piece of architecture, isn't it? It's my daddy's money. I don't do anything with my own money because I don't have any of my own money. I just spend my father's. Have you noticed I'm going to invent the fedora? I've often felt that piety is best expressed with marble and gilt. I find that it's best expressed with a knife and sacrificial devotion. And the sacrifice of a small baby. Or a fuckboy. Ah, well, that's quite generous of you, she replies, taken aback by a sudden appearance in your conversation. Swollen with pride, you see him inhaling, preparing for what will be a flood of words. Hold on for just a sec, chat. Just a sec. Gotta let the Brobat in. He just came in on the spaceship. Let me go get Brobat in. Alright, Robot will be coming in soon. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, I will be stopping at 3 because my throat is kinda getting in the pain. I mean, 11. Oh my god. We're not stopping at 3. We'll finish up this party and then we'll call it. Ah, then you're in luck. My friend was just telling a story. Oh, that's medium credibility. I'll take the peril. Well, I don't recall anyone else speaking, he replies in an accusatory tone of voice. You gained some peril. Oh, merci beaucoup, she nods to you. You see, I was just getting to the best part. I've gotten a piece of cheap church gossip. With your valuable information obtained, you sit back and allow this interloper to flood the both of you with a deluge of his irrelevant stories about how important he is to the local parish. Clearly, he was never told that humility is a virtue, or that silence is golden. And speech ain't free, and gossip can be cheap, but sometimes it's expensive. Talk is cheap, but gossip isn't. Now you quickly realize there's no end to his self-aggrandizements, so sensing the first opening in his words, you leave as fast as your feet can carry you. Okay, which one of you gives me the best thing? Let's go with you, cause you give me shocking gossip. You might impale me. You find yourself in a conversation with Andy Crozmea, used to be a colleague of Pierre's. While I never do anything like Jordan and Neri, I found myself staying close to the church lately. God knows they're not perfect, but at least I'm content with them. In my experience, the military is full of blowhards, and I'll never have enough money to satisfy the bourgeoisie. Of course, by being close to the church, it puts me close to the crown by proxy. She sighs and sips her wine. At the risk of questioning the moral superiority of those safeguarding our souls, I find it funny that they align themselves with the aristocracy, considering the rumors I've heard about their conduct lately. Then again, I shouldn't be casting stones these days, it's a dangerous habit. Cast those stones, they're the ones conducting themselves badly, not you. There are more dangerous habits, like not giving me what I want. Let's choose safety first then, discuss something more agreeable. Let's do this, let's do the third choice, cause I'm not assured in my credibility anymore. That's a fine point, she laughs. No rumor is worth our necks, no matter how tempting it might be. I've gained a little credibility and lost a little bit of peril. Free of any source of tension, the rest of your conversation is breezy and light if a touch on the dull side. Eventually, okay. I have cheap church gossip at least. I can pay my rent. Oh wait, we have a secondary party after this, so let's go to the second party. Then we'll call it a night. We'll do the second party, then call it a night, cause who doesn't love a party? Okay, wardrobe. Okay, I can't wear the same thing twice. Ooh. This gives me 14. Assess preparations. Okay, we're 75. I think I can do some good. You step down out of the carriage, blah blah blah. A small line leading to the open field of which they point test. The guests are waiting to get in. While you're standing in line, you manage to overhear an interesting rumor. Blah 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 blah. Take the wine. All of you alcoholics, I know it. We're in Paris. They have wine with breakfast. Okay, there's military gossip. There's a hoe complaining about her drink. Feigned acquaintance. Someone's absolutely bursting at the seams to the desire to discuss something concerning the host, but only with those who know the host well. You might not, but when has such a triviality ever stopped you? It's like, listen, when has anything stopped you, ho? Alex is chatting with his brother-in-arms, who appears to be matching Alex drink for drink despite a distinctly smaller build, the results of which are predictable. Nevertheless, the conversation looks to be great fun. Let's give ourselves some Alex favor. Plus, it might give me some credibility. From across the tent, you notice the Dragoon, Alex, from before. He appears to be talking with one of his friends. As you get closer, you notice that while Alex is behaving charmingly as ever, his friend is using one hand to stay himself on the table. This table has several empty wine bottles on it. Exactly. Everyone in the cavalry treats us like we're expendable. But the ones doing all the fighting, even in peacetime, we're the ones fighting brigands and highwaymen. We're the ones keeping the people safe. Von dear, I swear that more of your job actually helps people, the less anyone cares about it. He emphasizes this point with a wild swing of his arm, sending a small arc of wine through the air towards you. Thinking quickly, you lean out of the way and manage to nearly dodge the offending refreshment. You loudly sigh with relief, which catches Alexander's attention, and he quickly approaches you. Oh, Vet, are you alright? I'm so sorry about that. It was an accident. I'm sorry, but everything is ruined. Now, how will you make it up to me? Gee. Don't worry, it wasn't your fault. Your friend is the one throwing good wine. Well, that's certainly correct. I'm still responsible for him. We do have to look out for our comrades in arms, after all. Looking up from his mysteriously empty glass, the Dragoon approaches you with a wide smile. Oh ho, what is this? A fine lady in our midst? Ah, madame, you seem to have a fine choice in acquaintances. He clasps his arm firmly around Alex's shoulder. May I be the first to introduce you to Corporal Dumas of the Queen's Royal Dragoons. Oh, really? Why, thank you. Pardon, Alex asks, already not liking where this is going. Think nothing of it, madame. The Dragoon says magnanimously to you with an unsteady bow. Yes, please, think nothing of it, Alex says desperately to you. In fact, my friend here is not some simple bumpkin from the Americas. He's a man of culture, good humor, and a peerless duelist. He's also the strongest man I've ever met, perhaps the strongest in all of France. And I defy anyone to tell me otherwise, he declares with such determination that several party attendees move further away from your group. Nobody's defying you at all. Ah, you are most persuasive in your arguments, monsieur. Alexander is truly amazing. Corporal d'Avran stares at you as you pretend to be won over by his boasts and his idle prattle. Mind is a few steps behind, performing at the sluggish pace of the inebriated. He blinds out, taken by your placating deception. You see, Alex, I knew she would listen to reason. Alex sighs, yeah, she certainly did. My apologies, but it seems I have an appointment elsewhere. I'll have to leave you two alone. Corporal d'Avernay leaves, slyly giving Alex a wink that's as subtle as a lighthouse. After confirming that his friend is finally gone, Alex gives you a relieved smile. Thank you so much for taking that good humor. You gain some favor with Alex. Finally alone, the two of you chat together for a while longer. Groups can be nice, but there's something freeing about being alone with someone interesting. Pardon me if this is too far, but I was wondering if you'd be interested in seeing me another time. Why, I thought you'd never ask. Fantastique. I'll call upon you very soon, he says, scribbling down something on a slip of paper. You gain a little favor with Alex. He hands you the slip. Here's my address, or at least where I'm quartered in the city. Please feel free to write me whenever you like. Rendezvous with Alex are now available. Discover some suitable locations on the Paris lap, so you... Did I say lap? I meant map. So you can invite him out. He bows deeply to you. Now, if you may excuse me, I must instruct my wayward friends in manners. Au revoir, Madame de Cow. Okay, we can go with the drunk friend. Oh, you're the gambler. Let's go over here. This one seems interesting. The chemistry student, Michael Pelletier, is in need of someone to help him gain the attention of a comely young lady. Are you up to the task? As you stroll through the party, you spot a vaguely familiar figure. You haven't met him in the streets of Paris not that long ago. He gave you a piece of gossip as a part of some kind of experiment. Bonjour, Yvette, Michael says as you approach. What have you been up to? How did that strange experiment of yours turn out? It's still a work in progress, he replies with a mysterious smile. However, my progress has been waylaid by other worldly pursuits. Notice that Michael is looking at something over your shoulder. Something or someone. More specifically, my scientific studies have been waylaid by my romantic ones. Unfortunately, the woman I have set my heart upon is already being courted by a jealous and tiresome fellow. It's a situation that has put me at my wit's end. In fact, I could very much use your assistance if you were so willing. Just lead me to your problem, and I shall handle the rest. I mean, I'm always up for handling someone's romance. Do I have ads? I do not have ads. Oh my god. Fantastique. I need you to go forth and separate the two people over there, he continues, subtly indicating it towards a young couple talking together in a different tent. Once the lovely madame is on her own, I shall have the chance to make my affections known. I would accompany you myself, but I think my rival's a little too canny for that, Michael says, handing you a small, rolled-up piece of paper tied with a little bow. A message between potential lovers. Give her this, if you can. With this in mind, you take your leave of him and begin the process of steeling yourself, while you walk over to the couple that he indicated. It seems that no matter how experienced you become, there's something disquieting about the prospect of approaching a group of strangers alone and unintroduced. With your nervousness called to a mere dull roar, you approach these would-be lovers in the middle of a conversation. The lady immediately makes room for you in the conversation. Oh, bonjour, madame. Please come join us. I was just relaying how I've been learning to play the harpsichord, hoping to be part of a recital by the end of the year. You step into the circle of the conversation, and the man says, I was just telling her what pieces she should watch out for in her recital, as they might prove too difficult for a novice. Yes, you brought up many things that would make my success impossible, the musician says with a barely concealed sigh. You can tell that she wants to leave this conversation, but doesn't have yet a way out. My credibility is 78. You step closer to the bobbing harpsichordist and try to discreetly pass the note that Michael gave you. Stealthily, you pass the message into the woman's hand. She quickly stows the message in the pockets of her dress. The conversation doesn't even slow down for a moment. Of course, your sudden entry into the conversation does generate some suspicion on its own. You have spent a little credibility. It's not long before she excuses herself from the conversation to read this note. When you watch her bump into Michael, who just happened to be walking in the same area, as the conversation begins together, notice the young student shoot you a grateful wink before he and the object of his affections disappear into the crowd. Oblivious, the boorish gentleman attempts to turn his attentions on you. You manage to deflect his clumsy advances with relative ease. Still, you don't want to be rude, so you humor him for just as long as necessary, before you also take your leave. Now that you're alone, you feel an unfamiliar shape in the pockets of your dress. You check and realize that Michael seems to have slipped you a note at some point without you realizing it. Without you knowing it. Michael seems to have slipped you a note at some point without you knowing it. Why don't you find some gossip related to the host of this party, presumably as payment for your services here? Gain a piece of cheap military gossip. All in all, this feels like it's a productive use of your time. Got some cheap military gossip. An older veteran, who stands accused of murder, has been discovered to be receiving care packages delivered by soldiers to his jail cell. Is this a sign of loyalty or corruption? In my dress, novelty has been lost. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm very busy. Okay. Decline. I would have went with Alex, but I need revenge. I need my petty vengeance. This is a cafe. Strolling through Paris, you weave your way through crowds of excited students, pontificating intellectuals and agitated artists. It feels every corner is home to another gallery, or a part of various academies strewn throughout the district. Nose picks up the scent of fine coffee, and you find yourself subconsciously gravitating towards the origin of this delightful smell. The closer you get to the source of the scent, the thicker the crowds become. Eventually, you arrive at a bustling coffee house with large glass windows. The sign outside reads Cafe Principe. Your heart sinks up the side of the massive crowd of students milling outside the cafe. It doesn't look like you'll be able to get in at all. Before you can give up on this venture, a woman in a coffee-stained apron emerges from the door. She loudly asks if any of the students are actually interested in buying anything or if they're just hanging around to look important. Sensing the hostility in this rhetorical question, the students quickly dissipate. Satisfied, the woman in the apron heads back inside. The doorway cleared, you happily enter Cafe Principe. Inside the coffee house is packed with customers engaged in animate conversation and gesticulating wildly with cups of steaming coffee. Growing up, you were often told that religion and politics made for poor conversation. It appears that none of these people got the same message. Finding a seat at an empty table, you're approached by the woman from before. Bonjour, madame. My name is Marguerite, and let me be the first to welcome you to Cafe Principe. What's going on here? You gesture towards the cafe as you ask the question, and the woman follows your gesture as it accidentally points towards a portly older man surrounded by a group of politely giggling young women. That she asks, that man is Monsieur Bomer. He's a regular. As for the women, they are prostitutes. At the sound of fresh giggling from Monsieur Bomer's table as she leans in close to you and whispers behind her hand, he's not actually that funny, the laughing is just good for business. Is there anything else you'd like to know about? I'm at the cafe. How do things work here? At the cafe, the woman exclaims, soundly understanding your point. Don't worry, everything here is pretty simple. I watched it play out with our patrons the same way every day for the last few years. First you come in, sit down, and order something. While we can't make you order anything, we would strongly prefer that you order some coffee. She stops and stares at you significantly for a moment. The coffee also perks you up and makes you less exhausted if you're feeling tired. It's no substitute for sleep, but it's a start. After you get your drink, you can settle in alongside our patrons here. I'm obsessed with politics, so it's easy to find out who among high and mighty is doing well at the moment. Everything's always shifting in Paris, so it's nice to come in regularly and stay informed. Once you've listened for a while, you'll probably get dragged into one of the debates. Be careful with your answer, as news travels fast. Depending on who you support, you're not in favor with people from one faction but lose it with another. After that, head home with a little more energy, a little more knowledge, and hopefully a little more well-liked. That's all there is, really. Now if you can excuse me, madame, I must get back to my other tables. You're absolutely certain that your waitress is the woman that used to work for Maximin all those years ago. Now you'll have to visit sometime later to engage her about that particular suspicion. Today you're just focused on coffee and conversation. She favors you with a quick curtsy before leaving, and you get settled in. Feels familiar, like a louder, livelier version of Les Sing, the public house she used to frequent back home. Taking out your journal and pencil, you close your eyes and relax, just listening to the bustling cafe. Not focusing on one individual, but letting the sum total of the room flow into your ears, assessing it all together. Occasionally, you open your eyes to jot down notes. Your journal has been updated with the standings of all political factions in Paris. You can check this in the journal tab back at your home. After a few moments, it becomes obvious that the Crown is significantly more powerful than the Revolution. While it might be possible for the Revolution to make the Crown give in to their demands, you're going to have to build strong alliances with the other factions in order to do so. Opening your eyes, you switch your focus to something more specific. You scan the room, looking at everyone's manner of dress and body language. You're looking for more subtle hints about where everyone's allegiances lie. More notes quickly scratched into your journal. Frowning in irritation, you look down at your notes and realize there's no clear pattern in anything you've seen. It seems like minor factions of the city are nearly equal in power. This jumble makes it difficult to discern any additional information about them. Now you have your bearings, politically you start becoming a little more involved with your fellow patrons. The cafe is bustling, with discussion swelling around you in an ever-flowing morass. Chairs scrape the floor as patrons get to switch up seats in order to be per position in the current debate. A lawyer is trying to convince people that taxes should be reformed according to natural law, but nobody seems to be able to agree on what natural law is. You get drawn into a conversation about the military and the bourgeoisie. Apparently, due to skipped wages, the soldiers have become notoriously delinquent on their own debt. And some have even reacted violently when asked to pay. This has led to some shop owners refusing to do business with soldiers at all. Nobody's certain if that's right or even legal. What say you, one of the patrons asks you suddenly. Since I'm with Alex, since I want the Alex stick, I support the military. What are the soldiers supposed to do? Starve? At least one of the people in the discussion feels satisfied with that answer, but not everyone seems pleased. You're certain that your opinions will be known by nearly everyone in Paris by the time the next one comes around. Gained some favors with members of the military, you've lost a little favor with members of the bourgeoisie. It's now late in the day, and while you're certain the conversations here will carry long into the night, you feel like you've done what you came here to do. You say your goodbyes to the various patrons of the cafe and head home, with a little more knowledge than you had before. I know, Camille. I had to, go. Let me sell my shit first. Because I'm poor. I should be pelling influence by now, but damn, I said I'd stop. Oh no, my peril's about to go up, ain't it? Oh, my peril's decent. And my credibility went down. Okay, I have to, I have to... If I visit the cafe, will it let me talk to her? Are you familiar with Baron Maximum Determinus? While her expression doesn't change, her spine visibly straightens and everything about her suddenly feels stiff and tense. Don't worry, I'm not sure what you're talking about, madame, she says after a long pause. Don't worry, I'm no friend of his. She exhales slowly, visibly relieved. That's good to hear, madame. Remy, the owner, has always been so good at protecting us, but the Baron de Termes is a powerful man. I've always feared that Maximin would try to reach out to us by some other means. What do you mean by us? I mean me and my son Gabriel. He lives with me in the attic upstairs, she says, pointing up to the ceiling. Everything I've done has been to protect him. He's 7 years old now, and already looks like his father. Oh no. What exactly have you been protecting Gabriel from? After I left Maximin's service, I needed a job. However, getting a job as a servant usually requires a recommendation from your previous employer. Something Maximin would have definitely withheld. But after a few weeks of looking, I found the cafe. Remy's last waitress suddenly quit because she was getting married, so he was desperate. I got the job along with a little room in the attic. Of course, Maximin wasn't happy with anything really, so he tried to pressure Remy into firing me. Maximin declared the cafe, convinced his friends to stop attending, even got the Guillette Royale to raid the place once. I was so scared that Remy would toss me out that I worked my fingers to the bone every single day for 3 months. The way I saw it, Remy couldn't fire me if I was the best employee he ever had. By the end of those 3 months, Remy didn't fire me, and Maximin just gave up. As long as I stay here and don't make too much noise, I am safe. Eventually, all the rumors died down, and the city of Paris lost interest in our little story. She sighs. I suppose I should start at the beginning. I was 16 when I moved to Paris. My family was poor. I hoped I could find someone to marry, maybe someone with better fortune than ours. My cousin got me a job as a maid of all works in Maximin's household. A few months later, she started working at a different estate, and I was alone. She taps her chin and thinks for a while, dredging up a discarded memory. I think that was when Maximin had my name changed to Rose. It was more fashionable, and most of the servants I know had their names changed at some point or another. Oh no, I know where this is heading. I was young, but even then I knew Maximin was interested in me. Of course I was smitten. A common girl trading coy glances with, and little flirtations with the Baron. The whole thing was so romantic, and I wasn't... Hold up. And I wasn't old enough to understand things like that don't really happen. That stings a little. We were together for a while, eventually we made a mistake. I was pregnant and he was afraid. He was growing important politically. Having an illegitimate child with his young maid didn't paint the picture of a serious revolutionary thinker. So he wanted me to keep it a secret and to get rid of Gabriel. She sighs and shakes her head. I could do one, but I could never do the other. When Maximin found out, he was furious. He called me every name under the sun, said I was trying to ruin him. This man I adored just turned on me in an instant. He told me if I didn't get rid of Gabriel, they accused me of stealing from him. She waited to let that sink in. A servant found guilty of stealing from their employer faces the death penalty, and most courts treat servants as guilty until proven innocent. So I did the only thing I could. I fled, still pregnant, in the middle of the night with anything I could carry, and slept in the streets for a month while I tried to find a job. I can never really go home because this would ruin my family. Still, I got to keep my son. I got my real name back. Rose doesn't really suit me. Have you ever wanted to take revenge on Maximin? Marguerite examines you carefully, trying to judge your character. All the time. Oh, that's not possible for me. Not without endangering Gabriel. She states with a firmness that feels utterly immovable. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to see my other customers. Marguerite departs and you're left alone. Try as you might, your mind is too full of these recent revelations to think and talk politics with agitated strangers. A few fruitless hours later, you head home. You already found Maximin's weakness. The trouble is you don't know how to use it. You need to find some way to prove Maximin is Gabriel's father. But one that doesn't physically expose him to danger. How? I don't have enough time. You start your morning by sitting up straight in bed, struck with a bolt of realization. You need Gabriel to prove that Maximin had an illegitimate child with Marguerite, and he tried to destroy Marguerite's life over it. However, Marguerite won't let you do anything that might put Gabriel in harm's way, if it lets her get justice on Maximin. However, you don't need Gabriel in person to do that. You just need something that the public would find convincing, or if you had a painting. This would, of course, have to be a great painting. You need to perfectly show the resemblance between Gabriel and his absentee father. Also have to be made by an established painter, someone whose abilities were unimpeachable. Racking your brain for such an artist, you keep coming back to the same name you heard whispered over and over again in the halls of parties and salons. Elizabeth Lebrun. Madame Lebrun's well known as an accomplished portrait painter, having even Queen Marie Antoinette herself, in fact. Having even painted Queen Marie Antoinette herself. In fact, she was trusted to paint a picture of the Queen with her children. You shuffle through your notes, and you purse out you know where her studio is. If you go there, you might be able to commission a painting of Marguerite and Gabriel. This would add an enormous air of credibility to any accusations you lay at Maximin's feet. You could reach out to her today if you liked. That's what we're doing! Oh wait, how the fuck am I going to... Okay, you know what? For now, we're going to let that rest. We're gonna let that rest. Petty vengeance can wait until next Thursday. But, I'd like to thank you all for joining me. We shall continue this next Thursday. Wait, what is next Thursday? Yes, we shall continue this next Thursday. However, there's going to be a long-ass break starting October, because we're just going to be spooky in October. We're just going to be spooky all October. So, thank you all for joining me. May your fates have been changed. And let's see who we're gonna read. I like this game. I don't like that Maurice is basically Amazon Prime. He's not worth the 40 gold, if I'm being 100% honest. He is not worth the 40 gold. Okay, who shall we raid? Cause, have Molotov. Who have I not rated? Like, in centuries? Um, I feel like I should rate someone who's having a subathon. Okay, because that just feels fair. Everyone's having their subathons right now. And how am I going to change fate if I don't, drop in on someone's subathon? Okay, it's been a while since I rated Kage, I think. So, we will rate... No, wait. Damn it. You know what, it's fine, it's fine. Wait, is Shadow actually doing? No, he's still on break. He's still on break. We'll, rate Kage. Although he's playing Fortnite and... Mm, I like to, like... Uh, one of my things is that I like, going into, like, you know what, we'll rate Lethal. I don't think I rated Lethal in a while. And I love myself some Lethal. Uh, we will rate Lethal Lucidity. Lovely VTuber. Thank you all for joining me. I had, like, an amazing time today. I am ending tonight because the throat is doing the, huddy thingy. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. May your fates be changed. I hope the sacred night continues to treat you well as I leave you. And goodbye. Mwah. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, music. Vibes. Goodbye.